You see me, you see me, you see me. Don't get too close before you get. Don't get too close because you might get shot. Yeah. Cause I'm strictly business. Cause I'm strictly business. Don't get too close because you might get shot. You see, I'm on my EPM Dizzy. I'm on them, y'all. Listen, man. We here, man. It's about to go down, y'all. Y'all come with me, ride with me.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Are you guys ready up there? Okay, just give me a second. All right. All right, quiet on the set.
The headbanger. The head boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Ow. Peace and blessings of the Most High, the boundless omniverses, multiverses, tri-verses, dual verses, and universes be upon you all in earshot and eye shot of the God. It's your friendly neighborhood Pharaoh Rise and Shepsi's Duamu Moon, and welcome to another episode of Revision Radio, where we seek, analyze, and break down right knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from the third eye point of view. Thank you all for coming through. You already know we on deck. And tonight is like, let me see, like next week's gonna be packed. I'm trying to rock it every day. I'm putting together the curriculum. But tonight, this is like a freestyle Friday type of jazz. You know what I'm saying? We on them. And Raul back, beloved. Miss Infinity 9, Raul back from London. Moisa. Oh, we on deck. Yeah, got me hyped. Don't get me hyped. Don't get me hyped. Yeah. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Yo, tonight, man, we gonna go through make sure you check, listen, first my wife told me, listen, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. I need y'all, you know what I'm saying? We on the path, man. We stepping and do our duty to awaken up the universe. So, you know, I need y'all to step in and rock with me. You know, we need authentic entities. We need the non-ether beings, you know, I'm gonna start spitting bars every show to let the people know how serious it is. Like, cause you know I do music. I got a brother right now. He fronting on me. He fronting. He done fell victim to the vampirism, going surrounding the tribe and all that. So now he acting up. But you know it is what it is. Cause I'm the best. You know we the chosen ones. So that's what it is. All right. Before I start getting too crazy, let me read some supplications. I'm a gymnast. You know, let me read some supplications so we can set the tone. You know what? Boom. All right, so I want to read it in Sabeg, but I didn't pre-do it. So I'm going to read it in English. Anuki Nuwabianu. I am a Nuwapian. Panataru Kalun Mahada. Sahamada. The overseers be praised. To the incarnated overseer, Amunubi Reyakpita, Amunabab Reyakpita. My voice I raise loud, and only one devoted am I. From the day I accepted Wu Nuwap to the day I die, I am a Nuwapi, and that's what I am. Only one family, Faye Wahu Yasar, Musbatu, or Nuwapians. That's right. It says, my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my son, my daughter, and my friends. I am a Nuwapian from beginning to the end. You know, so we make that pledge, man, because you got the people just backsliding. Niggas is backsliding. Oh, you know what? I didn't even put the brother, I didn't even put that in my notes. I gotta put that in my notes. I'm talking about the first thing I talk about, and I ain't even put it in my notes. Brothers backsliding. Okay, what else? Another prayer. Something out of the something out of the Psalms of Yanun Pa Samak Shalel Yanun. Gotta read a little bit of this, a little bit of rap, man. We gotta stay in tune with our stuff. Okay. Psalms 36. Let us, Nuwapians of Wu Nuwap, rejoice. Pandabab Yanun, the supreme being of this Zamut Wu Wakut, day and time reigns. He is programmed with majesty and armed with mental strength. None is like unto him. Hakakal, hakakat, in actual facts. He is incarnated with right knowledge, the right wisdom, the right understanding that made us use sound right reasoning. Pasawab, the truth he brought to us, is firmly established beyond a shadow of a doubt. It cannot be disproved. He came to make all things new, and all one has to do is read the actual facts. Pandabab Kadashat, the master secret, and you see none of the black leaders before him was able to make all teaching new, while he renews our story of 76 trillion years. He has set in place for us a throne with him above, established long ago. It was from our Wakut time. Hold on. Dawum Miyat, eternity. His stature stands firm. Pandabab Mulmad, the master teacher, and Sawab, truth, will avenge the lies inflicted on us by other than self and kind. He was out of the east unto the west and raised up amongst us and knows us better than we know ourselves. So take heed, you senseless ones, before he is gone from us. You who only fool yourselves in akad, faith, and thakak, belief of other than self and kind. None besides your own can be your own savior, Muklas. None of those implanted amongst us, yet not fully of us, who only repeated what was never intended for us. Pandabab Yanun will not reject his own people. He will never forsake you, his inheritance. So great is he and most worthy of gratitude, splendor and majesty, strength and glory. Our Savior has arisen to make all things new. Rejoice in our Savior. And one more. What's that? What's today's date? Today is the September 17th. Let's go. This is an old school joint. September 17th. This is from the Wapian calendar for back in the days. Right back, Muisa. Oh, we got new people on deck. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. I'm on my hip hop stuff today. It's Friday, Freestyle Friday. Soon we're gonna have some real freestylers, and I'm gonna have the brothers come up here and we gonna get busy because I quiet as kept. I ain't gonna put that. I ain't gonna blow it up. We talk too much. Let me read this. There's no such thing as I should have or I could have. If I could have, I would have. All right. That's the jewel for today from the master, from basically a daily word from my cool. There's no such thing. Huh? Okay. There's no such thing as I would have or I should have. If you could have, you would have. Okay. We good? All right now. So family. What's up, y'all? What's happening? I hope listen, I pray everybody's safe out there tonight, man. You know, the madness is going on with the weather, with the shout out to the family that's here in the Favorite Center Tap. Miss Infinity 9 is on deck. Ganu Prieto is on deck. Yeah, we appreciate y'all. Listen, you are much appreciated, God. You know, I shook from Trinidad. We got Trinidad in the house. We got London in the house. That's what we doing. This is worldwide energy. Please make sure y'all go back and y'all check out some of them other videos. You know what I mean? And then and make some comments, any words of advice of how to increase and make things better. It'll be greatly appreciated. Trust me when I tell you. Tomorrow we doing the Super Cypher Saturday. Today is Freestyle Friday. Tomorrow we doing Super Cypher Saturday. We on deck. Nubia is on deck. Okay. Natural Nature Herbs is on deck. Okay. Remember, you got any donations for the legal? Acts of kindness, donate at outlook.com. That goes directly to the Master Teacher's Legal. So anybody want to do anything to help and they don't know what to do and they don't want to get caught up in this foolishness with these goombots out there. These goombots. You just donate some bread to the people. But look, we got to get involved to evolve or we're going to dissolve. You know, I take the position of this. Look, throughout our journey, whether through the Ansar Pure Sufi, through the Ansarullah Nubian Islamic Hebrews, through the Holy Tabernacle Ministries, through the Nuwapian Nation of Moors, through the Holy Seed Baptist Church, through the Egyptian Church of Christ Incorporated, through all of the different orders, the Sufi order, Sons of the Green Light, through the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek, through the ancient Egyptian order, or the ancient, the ancient mystic order of Natir Atum Adaferti Atum Ray, and through the ancient Egyptian order, or the original Egyptian Masonic Lodge, right? Regardless of all these things, right? Nobody can step in front of us and deal with us. That's a fact. Nobody. So, and I'm talking about as far as religious doctrine. My mind tell me I had this white piece on my nose. I got like a dry piece of skin right here. This is my farrow butter. We're gonna take care of that. Got that farrow butter on naturalnatureherbs.com. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive scents and whatnot. So anyway, so I'm saying is that during that time frame, there was no testers. Nobody could test us. Like who gonna test us when we got the master running circles around all of the scholars, and we literally had him at our beck and call to ask him any questions. If anybody said anything that we didn't understand, we literally would call up or go down to the land, ask the questions, and then come back with the answers. Nobody could answer, is the Quran authentic? Does New Testament contradict the Quran? Who is Jesus' father? Who is God? Who is Jesus sent to? The resurrection scroll, bro. When God was like, when Baba broke down how, okay, resurrection, according to the Christianity concept, resurrection is the spiritual rising on the last day. So how does Jesus die, resurrect, go, and then supposed to resurrect again? Like, nah. So even Lazarus, when he was talking, he said, so Lazarus wasn't resurrected, he was resuscitated. God, I did that build with a PhD, a theologian who had over 300 people under her. And she sat down, she was damn near in tears. She was like, oh, no. She sounded like the sister from Get Out when she was in the kitchen. No. What? Nobody, I'm setting up. Nobody could stand in front of us and present anything. Everybody ate from the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the master of the heavens and the earth. And then they went out there and they own doctrines and they went against the people who they disagreed with. They utilized our information. There wasn't no internet. We was the internet. There wasn't no Google. You know what Google was? www.drmalachizeyork.com. That was Google. The YPNs was Google back then. So now we're in the information age. These necros, because they mentally dead. So I'm calling them necros. I ain't calling them niggas no more. I'm going to call them necros. Because these necros are dead. Mentally dead. And the so-called conscious community, they haven't produced anything since the last 20 years. Since the master been kidnapped. They haven't produced anything. Again, I repeat, the only individual that have manifested, that have brought out of the creative force of life something of substance is Umar Johnson. And they attacking him every day. And they're doing nothing They had that space over there, 125. Mark 125 was right there. They could have took that. They could a collective, cooperative opportunity economically to take that over. And that could have, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. They could have bought that space, and inside of it is set up like a flea market. Each one of those booths could have been somebody else in the conscious community. Every denomination, every thought pattern, every mythab, every discipline could have had their own booths, and everybody that came through Harlem would have experienced the house of consciousness as an actual, literal, physical place where they can experience and go to each one. Brothers could have been doing a podcast from there. All the debates could have happened. That's how, that's nine mind though, see? But see, when you looking, you're behind enemy lines, you behind the enemy mind, and don't get me, I'm open, it's happening. You're behind enemy minds, right? And your only aspiration is to live in the image and after the likeness of the slave master. So niggas is just, Necros is just looking, they're aspiring 24/7 to find a way out of their situation and then get into European attire, get into European cars. Let me get into position so I can flaunt around the ignorant brothers and sisters that don't know no better. I can flaunt around them, right? And I can look like I'm heavy. I can look like I'm doing something. I can sound like I'm doing something. See, what the elder said, the elder Melchizedek, Allah, shout out to him. You know, I mess with him insofar as, you know, he's an elder still trooping and whatnot. He said some things that were emphatically now cipher about the master teacher. But I'm a God, so that don't affect me emotionally and mentally and none of that. But one thing he said that was actual fact. He says 3 types of people in the world. It's 5%, 10%, and 85%. Like, the 5% know who the true and living God is, and they teach truth, justice, and reality to the world. They look to civilize the 85% who don't know who the true and living God is and live as savages. Those are the people that's hypnotized under the spell. And then you got the 10% who also know who the true and living God is, but they utilize that knowledge to manipulate and control the 85%. See? And you know who people are by what they do. So when you watch what they do, you know who you're dealing with. So a lot of us have the misunderstanding that because people know, because they know better, because they have the knowledge, that makes them agreeable beings. Because they say they want to do power, the concept of Lucifer or even the Illuminati. Let me give you that bill. The Illuminati was started by Lucifer, okay? Lucifer, son of the morning, right? Lucifer, son of Shakar, the morning. His father's name was Shakar, the morning, or dawn. That's why his father was the old serpent that already fell. So y'all go back to the old doctrine where the old serpent already fell to Marduk, Michael and his angels, and that science. And then the sun was raised up amongst the angelic beings. So this Lucifer, he was initiated into the order, right, under Melchizedek or Michael, of the green light, the pure healing green light. And Lucifer established the order of the amber light. So we have been the illuminated ones before they were even a concept or thought. I'm just bringing that out. So anyway, I started off to say that we've never been challenged before. This situation for the last 19 years with our beloved master, Baba Yanun, Partner Bab Yanun, Amun Nabab Re'eh Kakpata, His Excellency Dr. Malachi Kobina Zodak Yoko Kran, who's been kidnapped and held hostage for the last 19 years. This is our first challenge. And Negroes are falling away. Negroes are falling away. So I started like, this is our first challenge to step up as deities. of the like the students of the master. He'd been teaching since 1963, then started again in 67, and then repackaged in 1970 and walked the streets. Like, he did this. The work has been put in. We went through all the schools, and now we get here, and he's taken away, and it's time for us to show forth and prove who is God. That's what this is about. This is the test. And what niggas do during the test? They fail, man. These failed the test. He ran into the woods. You know, these niggas like the Negroes are like on Rosewood, right? So in Rosewood, you know, when the battle was going on with Don Cheadle and them and Big Baby wanted to shoot, I'm coming out. Big Baby want to shoot. We on the line. All them other Negroes ran up into the woods and all that until we get the train to get the women and the children out. And here come these Negroes. What happened to them? We shot them Negroes. That's what happened. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. Y'all wasn't out there. Y'all wasn't in the war. Y'all not on the front lines. Y'all got to go. Cowards. Hey, you got the truth. I don't understand. Like, you got the truth. We got it. All we got to do is read it and use it. So that's where I'm at with that. All right. So let's go through some quick current events, right? Current events. What's this dude name? Looking for this dude that was talking crazy to me. He was talking crazy. Yep. He talking about, I don't want to start with him. Let's start with Poor Light's situation. So brother Poor Light has threatened the social media world, the cyber world, with he's threatened the cyber world with lawsuits of anybody that lied on him. I ain't got no problem with none of that. Two reasons why I bring it up on brother Poor Light. The first reason is his charges. The people talking about that brother Poor Light charges have changed, right? Yeah, we on. The first thing brother talked about brother Poor Light charges changed, or they were dropped. You talk about the two highest charges were dropped, right? What they haven't talked about is that, like, it apparently looks like four more charges were added. So he dropped two, but added another 3 or 4, and they all of them are felonies. So according to the brother Lions X on his show, Lions X, or Zion Lex as they call him. I call him Lions X because he be freestyling, right? He be freestyling sometimes. So he showed the documentation, and he's like, and I'm just cover this real fast. This ain't gonna be the show. I just want y'all to know this ain't gonna be the show. But he's talking about the different charges that Poor Light has, and I'm gonna read what they are. You know, I'm gonna read these things. Hold on. Because I seen a lot of brothers celebrating this thing, like, oh yeah, he good now. Da 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 da. I'm like, no. That ain't no man. That ain't no God. I was like, ooh, where you get that from? Ooh. So those charges look. They say something like this. They says lewd and lascivious battery. Lewd and lascivious molestation, lewd and lascivious conduct, lewd and lascivious exhibition, right? And it says, you know, these are different charges dealing with sexual acts with children under 16, basically. So even though the main charges of quote unquote of rape has been taken away, that's because I'm gonna tell you, Nine Mind says that's because that's a harder charge to prove than the other ones. So the brother still got a war, and I pray that he learn and he get through this thing a better person. But I don't know what all I can say is like there was a walk-in. It's almost like a walk-in because he's entirely like he was taken over. If any of this is true, then he obviously was taken over by somebody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I appreciate that. And welcome to the show, beloved brother. Universal Yoruba Nation TV. Appreciate you. I be checking out the shows. I be checking out the shows over there too, beloved. We definitely, me and the chat, we definitely like to come through. When we cross bear, I would say cross pollinate, so to speak. But yeah, this is our first trial in the world, and we getting tried by fire. And even though the naysayers and the black devils are being tried from turning on and slandering and lying and attacking us, the doctrine and the master, the most important is that we're being tried, because now it's time to apply the skill sets and the tools that the master has given us and sacrificed his life to give us, right? He sacrificed his life to give us this. There was a point where he was actually told that they'll let him go if he go out there and he recant the doctrine and tell us that it was false. Yeah, he had the opportunity to get away from all this. Even with the lies and stuff, they wanted the land, all kinds of stuff, man. But listen, it's on us now. We got to get out there, set the record straight. And that's why you'll see me, regardless of how much I like to talk off the hip, you'll see me a lot of times literally reading out of the books. Because I know a large percentage of the people that's talking, they've never read a book themselves. You got to think about it. It's like what they said, like almost 70% of the country read at a 7th grade reading level or some craziness like that. Come on. So these people, you know what? At least I'm about to jump to the next. I'm gonna build on. Watch. I'm gonna come back to that. Matter of fact, the next subject matter. So the first thing is about polite charges, right? So I pray he gonna have to fight. This would be a good time for him to apply all that UCC stuff if it was real. That's all I'm gonna say. I used it in my situation. I ended up doing 10 years, but they was trying to give me 100. So you do the math. 125 actually. But so another thing about the poor light situation is what he's saying to the social media world. He's literally saying, all right, what he's saying, I was saying, I'm literally, anybody got the connection that could plug me in with, or even take the idea. I don't care, because it don't got to be me, because I have unlimited flows of creative energy that come through and ideas that's going to help us and things of that nature. It doesn't stop. So anybody could get the information to Victoria Broussard, because she's taking care of certain things for the master. But that thing that he was saying, insofar as he's saying, suing people for libel, suing people for libel, suing people for defamation, suing people for character assassination, cyber character assassination, all those things. That's what I was telling people we need to do, because these people's slander is not rooted in truth, and they think they could come up here and just talk. So I don't mind him threatening people. Like, that's where it's at. Like, if what you're saying is true, then the threat shouldn't matter. Like, if you're not lying, then it shouldn't matter. But if you a liar, then you need to be afraid. Be very afraid. And that's the approach that we need to take dealing with the master teacher, with these necros, mentally dead people out there lying. They blatantly lying. They're blatantly lying. And some of them literally say, I don't know. I don't know. I heard what I heard. Like, what you say, Rocky? Yeah. I don't know. That's what I heard. Like, dude. Yeah. So, I ain't gonna get into it just yet, because we about to have chant. Gotta let the world know we're about to have chant, because the world be into all kinds of other stuff. The world. the world. So it's 8:52. We about to chant. I'm gonna chant with y'all. Chant with me, you know, and we're gonna double back. Let me see.
Remind you again if anybody doesn't have it.
Yo, if anybody don't have the chant, y'all can send your email and we can send the chant to you. And then you can practice it in your own time, you know, you can do your practicing and all that. Yeah, so we got some time, mama. Like 7 minutes. Okay, I was just giving you a heads up.
Appreciate it.
The world, Craig.
I'm the world.
You my world, baby.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, from the whole world. Let me say that. Everybody. Everybody.
All 19 people.
Talk about that. Got a brother calling me live right now. I don't know what that's about. Brother, the song. Yeah, so all right, so we about to do the chant in like 7 minutes. So all right, before that, all right, so earlier today, there was a brother. We go online and we looking up, we trying to see an update on the brother Paulite's case, and we run into a channel that's talking about a court of law. So we go to the page, and this is a spot called the Community Court, right? And they spell it KEMMUNITY. Community.
One community.
One community. No, it was One Community. That's the name of the page, right? One Community Court. Okay. So I mean, you can say it's a shout out. I'm giving, you can have it. I call them the Community Court Coons. Because Tasha K, the sister with the flat top, half moon, and long sideburns, I guess because of her having no knowledge of self, having no interaction, having no skin in the game in the conscious community, having no knowledge of the Nuwapian Nation, the Sabians, the master teacher, anything, and her coming up, breaking the story where her inside connects. I guess because of that, they thought it was okay to just come out and a bunch of EPTs to just start talking crazy. So they literally it was just EPT cards and weave glue everywhere. It was ridiculous. And they sitting there talking about the master. They couldn't even pronounce the word Nuwapu or Nuwapians. Even when they was talking about black leadership, the only black leaders that they knew off the cuff was Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Why? Because that's who the white man allowed niggas to know. So they didn't even know. They was trying to. They took them like Marcus Garvey. It was like they really. And then the sister literally on there saying she don't know. I don't know, but that's what I'm hearing. That's what I heard. That's what I'm hearing. And the brother gonna say he read the transcripts. And I'm saying that I'm like, bro, how you read didactic transcripts? you do that? I said, yo, if you read it, then post it. If you got it, post it and let the world see it. So he thought I was telling him send me the link so I could come on his channel, and he could do that another time. And I'll destroy anybody that's stepping up talking crazy. It's okay. So yeah, we're gonna go into that. We're gonna go into them brothers and sisters for a couple of minutes because it's sad because they're talking like they know. They don't even care to know. Their references was from Sinister Inky and his show. That's 99.9% of their references came from Sinister Inky, Sinister Black Devil Inky, and his show with him slandering and lying to the people based on his misunderstanding and limited comprehension. So they were talking crazy based on what they heard Inky said, and they just rolled over the foolishness. That's what's happening with foolishness now. It's just rolling over. They just roll over the foolishness, And so yeah, that's what we're gonna set it off with after the chant. And then doubling back to Paulite, he got the audacity to say some foolishness like, yeah, I don't know when you start doing this to people. Like Yeah, like I've never seen this happen. He said stuff like, I've never seen this happen before. So where were you at when all this was happening with the master teacher, nigga? If you ain't never seen this happening. This is all that's been happening. What are you talking about? It's all that's been happening is people talking without any knowledge, wisdom, or understanding, any confirmation. They just talking. Why? Because 99.9% of people are believers. And if your foundation is the belief and faith, then you don't require facts. That's why. If your foundation is belief and faith, then you don't require facts. And that's where people come from. People's come from is belief and faith. So now they like, oh, they perceive us as the wounded beast. Oh, they bleeding right now. They hurt right now. We coming for them. That's what they said, right? What they don't understand is you supposed to let sleeping dogs lay. Nah, bro. We ain't wounded. We hibernating. But you woke us up before season. So now you got to pay. And I'm up. So now I'm going to get the rest of my brothers up. And my sisters up. And we coming. We on everybody's everything. And we coming. That's what's going on. We holding the line. And it's easy to hold the line because we literally have the truth. You're the one that got to go through some make-believe stuff. You're the one that got to lie and keep up your lie. I'm looking at dudes on their websites, people on their websites changing their comments as more information is being revealed. They're running back and changing their slander. Yeah, we watching y'all. Don't worry about it. We're going to gut it. We're going to gut it. We're going to come for everything. They don't have nothing. And I want all the people, all the fans of these clowns, all the fans of these coons, I want y'all to stay on point. Keep supporting them. Pay attention when they start moonwalking. When they start moonwalking, pay attention because we coming with the manuscript to show and prove, again, that the Wu Sabat is our ancient way of life, right? Show and prove historically through academic references. We're going to show and prove that the Wu Sabat, the language is ours, that even the Arabs stole it, the way that they reverse engineered the pyramids and stripped down a limestone to make masjids. That's what they did with our sciences. And then they made it illegal and they ran us out of there and they suppressed us. We got the documents. We're gonna shift everything. All right, so about to make this chant. Y'all ready? Do what I know. All right, hold on. What the God talking about? Oh, I know I missed a call from you. When you called me right now. All right. So we're gonna run through this chant right now, family. If y'all got the chant, pull it up. Y'all can follow along. If not, y'all could just get in a meditative state and just and listen to it. And we're gonna go in. I know that they college Jawef Pawut, Pa Takyud. Anuki Jawef Pa Ashokim Pa Pawut. Wu Kale Ashok Kawun Jawef Neya. Anuki Kasamunim Pa Paut. Wu Pa Paut Kawun Kasamunim Neya. Anuki Wahu Me Pa Paut. Wu Pa Paut Kawun Wahu Ame Neya. Nakok Kador Naju Ame Kasamunim Pa Paut. Wu Kabub Ame Mushkasun. Nakok Kador Kawan Kale Pafef Nakok Dayor Jawef Pa Paut. Ame wase ame de yarni kawun lake bakue jawef pa paut anuki yabebi nafashni pa paut kador pa paut kador nakuk kador pa paut amul nakuk amul lahehum menenum am to my the korehum am to my the korekum am to my the korenum am to mate Jawef Niya, am to mate Niya wu anukihum, yaye ashukraye, asmu jayenu, yaye nataru afuknu, anunate mukradukum, yaye nataru afuknu, afuknu, yaye nataru nu, anu, atum, Atum. Amun. What that? Let me get it later. Yayehu, Yayehu, Yaye, Natharu. Yaye Saye, Yaye Saye, Yaye, Natharu. Yaye Hika, Yaye, Natharu. Amkumate pa mufaku. Yayehu, Yayehu, Yaye, Natharu. Amkumate pa mufaku. Wu anunate mukradukum. Wu amkumate muisanum. Yayehu, Yayehu, Yaye, Natharu. Aromu klas nuna tumraye. Yayehu, Yayehu, Yaye, Natharu. Yaye mukdamu afuznum. Ankum mane yake la duda muslafunum. Wu muisarunum. Mane yake sawura paba. Mane yake kauna kau. Mane yake athea akak. Mane yake kauna bashawu damam. Yaye natharu mukdamunum. Aro mufdanum. Anhu kawun manzal mane pa natharu. Aro anhu kawun baba yananan. Aro anhu kawun atumraye. Aro anhu kawun haror. Yaye natharu muslafunun. Stum mane pa majwadu. Afuznun mane gahalan. Yaye natharu afuznun. Mane sayor ayora. Stun afuzniya. Afuzniya. Yaye natharunun. Nakuk talub tamui bipa natharu. Mane pa lain lawi tananu. Kalera namatni atea lahe pa natharu. Ukale namazoratni atea lahe kayariatun lahe pa natharu. Panan misfakawun. Pasawabu pataruk. Zikawuna nazula lahe amkun. Mane masbat wumasa. Ame hadianu udamaun. Mane muslafukun. Wunataru. Arjulaye nafashukun. Anfukshane kaunkun. Pasawabu pataruk. Pahadian mupadama. Anun tawam kum. Lae panadamal wushafe. Anun tawam kum. Lahe tim. Na soenun. Anun tawam kum. Lae ashukuma. And kumate muslafunun. Anunate mukradukum. Anun talum nasarkuma. Anun talum nasarkuma. And sonun kahin natharu. And sonun muslafunun. Anunate muspatu. Anun. Atum. Amun. Natharu nun. Yaye muftaru. Yaye natharu. Yaye atum. Y'all ready?
I am now.
Yaye atum raye yaye nathar. Yaye nun yaye nathar. Yaye nun tat yaye nathar tat. Yaye ha yaye nathar. Yaye hatat yaye nathar tat. Yaye kak yaye nathar. Yaye katat yaye nathar tat. Yaye amun yaye nathar. Yaye amun tat yaye nathar tat. Yaye atum yaye nathar. Yaye shashash yaye nathar. Yaye tafaf natat yaye nathar tat. Yaye sabab yaye nathar. Yaye natat yaye nathar tat. Yaye arash tat yaye nathar tat. Yaye asar yaye nathar. Yaye nabab tat hatat yaye nathar tat. Yaye satak yaye nathar. Yaye harar yaye nathar. Yaye haptwi yaye nathar. Yaye anaktat yaye nathar tat. Yaye aha harar twi yaye nathar. Yaye nafartum yaye nathar. Yaye mantu yaye nathar. Yaye bapti yaye nathar. Yaye sakam tat yaye nathar tat. Yaye hatat harar tat yaye nathar tat. Yaye bai bis yaye nathar. Yaye Pata Yaye Nathar, Yaye Pasas Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Im Hatap Yaye Nathar, Yaye Hu Yaye Nathar, Yaye Matat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Mahat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Kafafre Yaye Nathar, Yaye Maskanent Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Raye Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Kentamentiu Yaye Nathar, Yaye Hika Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Nathar Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Ma'at Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Renan Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Shai Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Sashat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Maftat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Sabak Yaye Nathar, Yaye Anap Yaye Nathar, Yaye Hanum Yaye Nathar, Yaye Khanash Yaye Nathar, Yaye Patanun Yaye Nathar, Yaye Saye Yaye Nathar, Yaye Hatat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Amas Yaye Nathar, Yaye Sarap Tui Yaye Nathar, Yaye Atun Raye Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Jahutui Yaye Nathar, Yaye Patawarat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Sakatat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Ha Yaye Nathar, Yaye Nahabka Yaye Nathar, Yaye Sakar Yaye Nathar, Yaye Ba'a Yaye Nathar, Yaye Akar Yaye Nathar, Yaye Imharatat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Wapawatat Yaye Nathar, Yaye Sokat Hatap Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Maritat Sakar Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Saye Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Garatat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Asatanu Yaye Nathar, Yaye Bahatat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Kanam Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Kamam Yaye Nathar, Yaye Mahatsui Yaye Nathar, Yaye Kabasan and Afaf Yaye Nathar, Yaye Da'amatat Afaf Yaye Nathar, Yaye Maritat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Nasat Yaye Nathar, Yaye Imjadat Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Nakat Batat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Sakatat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Anaktat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Jadad Yaye Nathar, Yaye Tum Yaye Nathar, Yaye Wahu Yaye Nathar, Yaye Yasash Yaye Nathar, Yaye Anak Yaye Nathar, Yaye Afaf Nuit Yaye Nathar, Yaye Satat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Sakatui Yaye Nathar, Yaye Emmaad Yaye Nathar, Yaye Nana Yaye Nathar, Yaye Em Nuit Yaye Nathar, Yaye Em Satatui Yaye Nathar, Yaye Mugdal Tat Yaye Nathar Tat, Yaye Rahashafaf Yaye Nathar, Yaye Maratui Yaye Nathar, Yaye Amun Raye Yaye Nathar, Ooh, Anunate Kaleja Wef Paut. We lit, y'all. It's on. We lit, y'all. We going with it. You ready? Be proud and an empire babasar. Woo. Pa batal matat arashtat. Woo. Pa tawuba sanan harar. Amun. Yeah, that's called the sign of the triad. That we end anytime you're around divine beings, or you chanting and you doing stuff like that. Around this time, I would do something from the gold book, you know, for after prayer. Mama, give me a water. I'm gonna read something from the book of the nine, and it's 9 people here with us. What time? Give me what's the name, baby? Like the cup or whatever. Fill it up with Okay. So we're gonna read from the 9 after that prayer, after the chant. And we chant from 9, 3, and 9. Yeah, we out here, God. One love. Raul back. Ron Du, you wanna jump in later on? I seen the link. Yeah, we out here. Can somebody, what he say? Can someone tell me where I can go to to hear Baba mention that polite is not with us. Let me finish this. I'm gonna touch on that. I'm gonna touch on that, and then people they move how they want to move. I spoke about polite a little earlier about what he was saying, and even I. Let me do this prayer first. All right, I'm gonna do this mukmeun karenun, an alien with us. Nuwapians know this fact. Munwapu rakuk panin hakak. Each of us had an alien with us who taught us. Wa shalal nun anuda mukmeun karenun yake lakuna nun. From baby steps, degrees, by way of religion and belief. My name Mawaz Darajat Biza'am Wu Akad at. As needed for that day and time. Ame Hajuja Lahe Pafef Zamut Wu Akut. Jesus had with him the aliens named Gabriel and Tammuz, Yahshua, Isos, Isa, Anuda, Kare Anhu Pa Mukmetwi, Ranuna Nasku, Tammuz. Muhammad had with him the alien named Gabriel. Ahmad, Muhammad, Anuda Kare Anhu Pa Mukme, Ranuna Jabril. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad had with him the alien named Allah. Elijah Poole, Kareem, Anuda, Kare Anhu Pa Mukme, Ranuda Fard Furad. Prophet Joseph Smith had with him the alien named Maroni. Joseph Smith Jr., Anuda Kare Anhu Pa Mukme, Ranuna Maroni. Isa Al-Hadi Al-Mahdi, Malachi Z. Kobina York Okran had with him me, the alien Yanun. Isa Al-Hadi Al-Mahdi, Malachi Saint Kwabina York Okran, Anuda Kare Anhu, Naya Pa Mukme Yananan. Each of them had their own position. Wa Shalel Hum Anuda Takuz Hum Huma and job to do for their own people. Wushaka lahe faul, lahe shakasu, hum. They were sent also. Amthum kawuna rasula lane, and the time that they were sent. Wupawakut amthum kawuna rasula. They each spoke of Baba Yanun, who would arrive in the flesh with all the actual facts. Amthum wa natuga shalel baba yananen yake lawesh wasul jawev pa bashar kale pa hakakat. In order to take you all in the hereafter on earth after the year 2000, the end of the devil's 6,000 years dominion. Lake wahuk amkum jawev pa hane baid hayin taha baid pa shamut afu pa nahe shalil pa mudwal satu afu shamutat tardu. That was the year 1970 AD, the Savior, the Warner. I am not here for much longer. Pa fifth kawuna pa shamut tasu ashu sabanu ah de pa muklas pa munzar or anuki tim hane lahe kathor wasu or anuki tim hane lahe. All right, wasu or. Okay, knowledge, know that the holy tablets ended the Old Testament and the New Testament and the Holy Quran. The holy tablet explained what they could not and did not. Horakuk pa kadash lawahad, nahuya pa kadim mihat, wu pa jadid mihat, wu pa kadash Quran, pa kadash lawa, fasora shanu amthum kadiatim, wu faula team. Woo, we on it. So I'll read some more for that. So y'all gotta get these. Let me show you some of these joints. Y'all gotta get these. Y'all gotta stop playing. Y'all gonna get involved. Y'all gotta get involved to evolve, or y'all gonna dissolve. This is the 9. The 9. The Enneads. All right? We gotta get in tune with them. This is the revelations of the Sabaeans. This is straight. This is no chasers. This is no chase. There's not even no breaks in here. Ain't no pictures. Ain't no breaks. This is all ether. This is all ether, y'all. You gotta get this. You gotta get this ether. This is all ether. This is all ether. This is no breaks. He broke the safety on the joint. You gotta get this. My brother, the extraterrestrial. Gotta get this. Why this? This is a question and answer book. There's another one. Proverbs. You gotta get the Proverbs in Yanun. I don't know why that glistens so good. All the rest of them I gotta fight with. You gotta get this. The decision. You decide. Patakro. Put it out there. Bless them that you know that I'm strapped and ready to go. That's why I'm putting it out there too. The bridge of salvation. Let everybody know I'm strapped ready to go. What's up? What's up, nigga? Stink meter. Shout out to my brother. Yo, give me a call, beloved. You acting up. Oh, let me pour this water, y'all. So let me answer one of the brother's questions. I'm gonna do the best I can. And I'm gonna ask a brother a question too, because we got the brothers here, and I want to know their position. And that's cool. I personally don't know about excuse me. I'm about to drink some water right now. That's just me needing to drink some water. Shambhala Akata said, can someone tell me where I can go to hear Baba mention that Polite is not with us? What I can say about that is, brother, we put it out here in the public. So anybody that got that the recording or the update, please get it to me. At pharaohrising@gmail.com. If they're update anybody, we know, but I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna ask the brother Universal Yoruba Nation. Excuse me again, y'all. When you said you made the comment that Brother Polite is practicing that right knowledge, I want you to explain that to me, God. Put that out there. What you mean by that? Yeah. And then I'm gonna get into, and we're gonna build on this. Because y'all know that the Wusabat, the animism, this is our black magic, right? To fight against the white magic. Y'all know that, right? I want y'all to, we actually have black magic versus white magic. We have the book, right? It's a part that I call Black Magic versus White Magic. Now, a lot of brothers, a lot of disciples of the master, people that come in and read, and then they peep that they literally are having access to the powers of creation, where they can make matter move, where word sound power, the hikau is coming, is manifested. We're not playing. And what they do is they start to now deviate, and their hearts is wrong. And so what they look to manifest is the worldly gifts that they give us as an illusion to get us away from recommunion with the Etherians, or relaxing with the Etherians, relinking with the omniverse. So they give us the material stuff that they denied us, whereas we was growing up in the inner cities. They denied us access. We went out in the streets to try to get it, what they call illegally, which is literally the means by which they did it, right? And then they flaunt it in front of us, and we aspire in our hearts to become like unto him. That's a trap. They make evil fair seeming. It's a trap. So brothers, even with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, they go out there, and the first thing they want to do, what they want to do, they want to get a Bentley. They want to get a Wraith. Why? Because the entertainers, because the athletes, the rappers, singers, that's what they got. But they don't have, most of them, they have no knowledge of self. You're supposed to be the one with the knowledge of self. You got the finances. Let me ask you a question. Again, we talked about this earlier. How many of the brothers from the so-called conscious community that got into financial stability or wealth, how many of them built communities or institutions? Non-profit organizations partnering up and getting grants from the city and state that they're in to establish community institutions. And how, like, bro, all them brothers, like that, the brain matter that was down there in Harlem was crazy. It was literally the nucleus for all of the highest thinkers of the country coming through 125, reliving the soapbox days of the 60s. Go back and read Ralph Ellison, The Invisible Man. Is Ralph Ellison? That's his name? Let me see. I'm gonna confirm his name. Go back and read one of my favorite books, but I always forget because he's another author that have a similar name. Yes, Ralph Ellison, The Invisible Man. Go back and read The Invisible Man, where they got the concept of the invisible man, the man that go with that literally disappears, the white man that disappears in front of you. They got the concept from Ralph Ellison. He was writing about the invisible man, talking about the black man, that the black man was invisible in society. And it was coming from the point of view of a student who was looking to learn. He thought he was a bougie nigga. He was looking to learn. Rahul Baz, man, what's going on, beloved? The Invisible Man. I'm building with Israel. I'm talking to them about the Invisible Man book, Ralph Ellison. And he's coming from the point of view that student think that he got it figured out. And he goes first person he goes to is like his the professor in the black college where he's at in the town he's in. Excuse me. He thinking that the white man is running stuff. He brown nose and he tap dancing and all that. And he kind of disrespects the professor. Man, when that white man leave, when that white man leave, that professor put him on. He said, "Listen, nigga, you think them crackers run this place over here, nigga? Them crackers got to come see me because I run this over here." He turned into Big Red from 5 Heartbeats on him, right? And then what he did was, I'm skipping mad parts on purpose because I want you to go read. I told you I had a photographic memory when I was younger. When I started messing with sisters, they took it. The light falls, God. They took the light falls, all the brain matters. No, they took it, right? So now I get bits and pieces. I get glimpses of brilliance, right? But I had a photographic memory, and so I read so many books. I got so much stuff in flowing. So when I be talking, files are just unpacking, and that's just secular stuff, spiritual stuff, the doctrine, comparative religious studies, etymologies, origins, on top, like what? Yeah, look, it just go. All right, boom. So I'm saying it to say, so I'm always give book references for stuff. Okay, that's what I'm saying that to say that. So the professor gives him a reference, right? A referral, puts it in an envelope and sends the nigga to Harlem. They're not from New York. Sends it to Harlem and said, give this to such and such and such. They're gonna know what to do with you. And that starts his journey. Why am I saying that? Because it's situated in Harlem, 125, the whole Apollo Theater. And so you have depictions of all of the you have those that's under the UNIA for Marcus Garvey. You have those that's under the what's that? The not NAACP, the W.E.B. Du Bois, you have those that's under Booker T. Washington, you have the Nation of Islam out there, you have the Moorish Science Temple out there, you have the integrationalists out there that's looking to get the white tail and all that. He experiences all those realities until he reaches the man that was like, he said he is the he said that he is the when he said, I'm gonna say it, paraphrasing, he said he is in the image of the invisible God. The man, when he met that nigga, oh baby. Yeah. So y'all gotta read that book, because that's the journey that our people are going through and looking for knowledge of self, looking for right knowledge, right wisdom, right understanding. Yes, beloved Kahil, some use the doctrine to hustle rather than saving souls. That's what I'm saying. So you got to make your decision on what you seen the brother Paul Light doing, whether he used it to hustle or was he saving souls. Now, what happens is we're not here to judge, right? But you can see the ma'at, the scales, because I've met brothers and sisters that literally said that they were Nuwapians under Polite. But look, then they said that he told them that he was Baba's physical son, biological son. I've met people who said that. And I'm like, wow. So through all the stuff that he be teaching and saying, you made it through to the doctrine. That's cool. They found their way. But that system that he set up wasn't set up to lead people to the doctrine, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm it's not really, because it's not really about the brother himself. It's just the fact that people get confused. And we was talking about Paul Light. We was talking about even Haru Hotep. He not leading people to the doctrine. These dudes is trying to usurp the master. Case in point, right, with Paul Light. This last thing I'm gonna say about him. Paul Light was with the master. Let me check the example. Paul Light was with the master. The same thing he's doing right now, based on, I can see that. And then, but he couldn't. He was. Your brother said, I personally think he had good intent in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I read the Thor God, and he had to control the 30 spirits. That's a fact. Listen, that goes into even the idea of what the charges is now. It looks like one of them 30 spirits took over, and when they let him go, it was too late. He was already in the midst of something. You understand what I'm saying? So just like right now, he's talking about suing all the social media personalities, right, for libel, character assassination, like all this stuff, going to get lying on his character, right? That same thought pattern he could have applied to helping the master teacher while all these niggas running around slandering. He could have gave a suggestion to the people. You know what I'm saying? Now that's real. This is what we need to do. We need to put that same energy, everything he talking about. We need to take that template. And I mentioned Victoria Broussard. Right back, beloved. Kafus. I mentioned Victoria Broussard. I said, take that template of what he's talking about. Character assassination, defamation of character, libel, and take that and give that to her so that she can now put that in to sue all these people on the platforms too. That's been making money for years off of lies. Like for real, like literally lies, bro. But people want to believe it because it makes them feel better. Again, perfect example. Before we left to go to the chant, was talking about the community court Coons, right? We was talking about the community court Coons. And these brothers and sisters lack any knowledge of what they talking about. They literally freestyle. I mean, it's Friday. So you can't technically in the hood, you can freestyle. You can freestyle off the hip on Fridays. A hot 16 don't hurt nobody. We accept it on Friday, right? But these Negroes, these necros, we gonna call them necros. These necros, dead, mentally dead people. These zombies, right? They on there just talking. The sister literally saying, "Yo, I don't know. I don't know. Why are you talking about something you don't know?" I literally said, "Well, how you start off saying I don't know anything, but what they saying is this," and then speaking on it, and then bringing it out there, and shooting it, and I'm like, "Bro, what are you doing, God?" And then one of the brothers invited. I'm gonna go on their platform one day too. I sent them the link. Like I told him to come up here. The brother that run the joint. Because I'm like, yo, y'all sound crazy. And then they don't understand how yeah, he was. Inky did he was reading. See, that's the thing. Another thing. Keep this in mind. Y'all have to understand this. This long walking, this long journey on this short path. What did I say, Baba said? We got to take the long journey on this short path. What he meant by that, he always used to tell us that. What he meant by that was it takes a lifetime to study the discipline of a Muslim. It takes a lifetime to study the discipline of the Jews or the Christians or the Buddhists or the Mason. It takes a lifetime. We as Nuwapians, which is why most people can't qualify to be amongst us, because we have to master everybody's doctrine. We had to go through what took a lifetime for individuals, literally took like 10 years for each one of the schools for us, for the most part. If you think about it, from 1970 to 2000, like it took like 7 to 10 years for each school that we studied under. And bro, it's this is not a game, bro. Like we had to go through all of these different things. So what the master did was he didn't start teaching what our school was. Remember, he always used to say, "I come giving you what you want, so you will learn to want what I came to give you." So what he was saying was, I'm answering all these questions about the monotheistic religions because that's what you've been indoctrinated with. So you think it's yours and you think you want it. So I'm going to answer these questions, and then so I'm going to show you so you can see that I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to give you the origins of them. If you're going to be Muslim, here go the Ansarullah community. Connect with the Mahdi. Why? Because they connected with Egypt. They keepers of the secrets of the Egyptian sciences. They're Sufis, and they're culturally African. They haven't compromised themselves to become Arab. So he's like, boom. But then he says Nubian Islamic Hebrews. He don't say we're Jewish. He said we're Nubian. That's us. We're a mixed blood tribe of Nubians that mixed in with the Arabs and Indians and stuff like that. We're Nubian. Islamic. We study the peaceful way of life. And Hebrew, those that crossed over and from Ishmael, from Abraham's seed. See what I'm saying? So he giving us this. And then he says, boom, HTM. We get into right knowledge, right? Holy Tabernacle Ministries, Heliopolis, Thebes, Memphis. We going there, right? The 3 schools of the sun, 3 schools of light. He's given us the disciplines. He introduced the black world in the mainstream world, and he introduced us to the Anunnaki. Before him, there was only Zechariah Sitchin. And Zechariah was talking about it since the 70s, right? And nobody cared. Nobody cared. When Baba touched it, the world pays attention. So we had to go on that long walk in the short path. So we had to go through all those different things. And why am I saying this? Because it wasn't until the year 2000 that he gave us what he came to give us. So all the people that went through all them schools, as blessed as it was, those wasn't the schools he came to give us. Those were the things that we asked him for, because we were under the control and under the teachings of what? Al-Islam. Al-Islam and the version of the Moorish Science Temple, Al-Islam and the version of the Orthodox Sunni Muslim and the Shiite Muslims, Al-Islam under the Nation of Islam. We was under all the different Islam. So he started off with Ansar, pure Sufi, letting us know again, Ansar, we the aiders, the pure Sufi. We have a spiritual link. Boom. So I'm saying all this to say that we didn't get our teachings until after the year 2000. So don't think that, oh, it's been around too long and all that other stuff. No, Baba said, he literally said, listen, you can get in now because this is yours now. The timing wasn't right because he tried in 63 and in 67 he tried again to give it the raw and uncut. We wasn't ready. We was engulfed in the Islam. He said, okay, I got to walk them through it. And that practice and methodology of teaching us and walking us through that long walk on the short path, that was the way of the ancient Sabaeans. We notice now we have the documentation. The Sabaean methodology, the Sabaeans went into the religions, they mastered the religions, they mastered the languages, they became the authorities inside the monotheistic religions, and they led the people out of them because they was like, that wasn't the origin. These people stole our stuff and they sold it back to us. And because I was in a subconscious mind and our souls is connected to it because it's originally ours, because of that, we attracted to it and we accept it wholeheartedly. All right. So all that's going back around to Enki. Enki was studying the books. He has a recording of saying that the God on Randu said, Ronell King said, take you through it, the religions, in order to walk you out of it, the religion, and return you back to your own Wusabat. That's a fact. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Look around you. If these ain't the end times, beloved, I don't know what it is. And it's the end of their way. So we got to now we got to start to do our thing. And that's what it is. Like I said on other builds, I said, listen, I said, there's an audio that's called The Beauty of Religion, where the master's like, Buddhism is beautiful for the Indian. See, I said Indian. A lot of people expect me to say Asian. Nah, Buddhism is Indian. Remember, Siddhartha Buddha he's Indian. So Buddha is not a spiritual science of the Asians. That's why a lot of Asians catch hell that follow it. Hinduism is another Indian science. Taoism is an Asian science, right? See, we have to get with the Wu, or the science of, the culture of, right? The people that it's supposed to be. Ours is Sabbat. Our culture or spiritual science, Wu, is Sabbat. Wu in the ancient, it don't mean and. We use that now, you know. Enki converted, nah. He left with the he left before we even got into the Wu Sabat. He left like Holy Tabernacle Ministry, you know, the Wapian days, like that. He left before everything started to come in. 6,000 year cycle is up, and we enter in the sun cycle, and we reign supreme. And guess who dictate that? We don't dictate it. The universal forces of life dictate it. See, the Mukaso, the European, has been getting an extension on his rulership because we have not been ready to step into our position of rulership. And they've been going to their overseers and like, look, they not ready. Like, oh, you talk about Enki? Oh, you talk about, is Enki? All right, I'm gonna reread it now. Was Enki converted to Wu Sabat? Enki was converted to Enki. They talk about the Anunnaki Enki. Yes, Enki fell under the Ptah. He went to Ptah and he converted over, and he was no longer under the way of life of the Anakim or the Anunnaki. Him and his son Marduk and his son Nabu. His other son, Nudimu, Nergal, he went with Enlil and Nanar and the reptiles and the disagreeable ones. Yeah, so So again, back, I said Baba is always willing to accept someone back. He even, this the sister Nefera sent the text. She said, even tells us to forgive the people who helped in his kidnapping. But coming back or looking to get back in alignment is a personal choice. Actual fact. Baba comes from he shoots from the point of view of Ashuk, divine love. That's right. We forgive, but we never forget. You know what I'm saying? We never forget. So listen, let me go back to this. So the brother, beings. Yeah, man. So we just starting on that. Yo, this is all new from 2000. Even though I'm saying all new from 2000, it's still been 20 years, 21 years. We 21 years into the sun cycle. And guess what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask tomorrow during the super cipher, I'm going to put the brothers out there to ask, okay, well, what's our calendar look like? What's the Sabine time? Because the master teacher, he taught us that these people, these Mukasu, are playing with time. And they got us caught up in their spell. Like they start time on the second and not the first. Woo! How they start the clock on the second and not the first? Because they wasn't here. So they start time on their time for their benefit. So they start time on the second, right? Then they give you a leap year. Then they push the time up, push the time back. You know what I'm saying? They took 5 days out of the 360. They added 5 days to the 360-day calendar of the ancients. So now it's 365 days. And then they add ticks and tocks to the clock based on a specific company in London. So boom, we the first. So the time should be dictated by us. We the first. And then people, even though Baba taught us that, even though in between the tick and tock of the clock, that tick, 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 that space between the tick and the tick, that's another dimension. Yo, that's a reality there. So there's entities and energies and realities that exist in that space. We got to control the space between the tick and tock of the clock, because they got to move it on their time, and we got to reverse this thing back to our time. We got to deal with the clock of destiny and the smart circle of space, matter, and time that calculate everything that's going on. So the master gave us our own calendar. He gave us our own calendar, and he gave us our own time. We're going to build with that, because at the time that he gave us in the calculations is so that we're in tune with real time. That's what the Shriners are supposed to be dealing with. They chart the clock of destiny. They keep in tune with the real time of the universal forces. We was talking earlier about Marduk, right? We was talking about Marduk and how we go into the Sumerian tablets, Marduk was cheated out of his rulership time frame. So you read this in the Lost Book of Enki and stuff like that, Zechariah Stitching. So Marduk, it's time for him to rule, and Nanar and Enlil and them niggas, they shorten his time. Because what they did was they shift the pivot, and they was like, okay, we're gonna look at the star system from Earth to dictate how long you're supposed to rule, when everybody else, they looking at the star system from the heavens to see the broad scope of things. But with Marduk, they was like, nah, son, you only gonna get this. You got 30 minutes, nigga. I know, that's why I went back. Thank you, baby. Yeah. Opinions mean more than facts on YouTube. That Orel Plummer, that's right. Opinions become facts if the platform is popular. That's an actual fact. But you know what that is? That's because of white psychology, right? Where the mob mentality, popular opinion, because the white psychology is not about facts. It's about what do people want to believe, and it's based on law of assumption and presumption. And if a presumption and assumption is not rebutted, then it stands as a fact. So this is one of the reasons why brothers like myself, is forced to step out and to speak the facts, because most people don't do the research, don't read, and they don't even care about what the truth is. All they care about is what the people talking about and riding that wave. Case in point, them brothers and sisters at the community court, right? The one community court on YouTube, them niggas literally, them necros literally was out there just talking crazy. Their information came from other YouTube videos. Matter of fact, one specifically, one I bashed out with Sinister Inky, that he was talking about all kinds of weird sex rituals that he alleged and put and accused us of participating in. And I'm sitting there like, nigga, what are you talking about? But he get his information from Chuck Morgan. So he's literally quoting Chuck Morgan and following his train of thinking. And then I read the info. They going through the gate with Guardians of the Gateways that you can find on YouTube. And then I start reading the information and I explain when they pervert everything because they're under the hypnotic trance of the sex force. So everything is sex. This man had to be there. Oh, this makes sense. It makes sense that he had to be doing this and that all of them these niggas is just crazy and they're stupid and they're just following them and we're smart because we didn't fall into it. One of the sisters said she tried to read the Holy Tablet, the first page, and she said she couldn't even understand it. She was like, oh, she said, oh, he's scrambling their brains. That's why. That's why they following him. Scrambling their brains. Because she lacked the faculties to keep up. Multiversal facts. So, you know how they said a well-dressed lie, right? A well-dressed lie has been that's some dudes, it's spelled community. It's trifling. Like they literally couldn't even pronounce any of the words. They never even read no books. I mean, after listening to them a couple of joints, one of the sisters literally was like, I don't know anything about anything they don't know anything about the conscious community. See, that's why I was talking about Tasha K earlier, because what happened was she came in the conscious community talking, but she lacked knowledge of what was really going on. So what they did was they was like, oh, they let Tasha K in there with her S curl, boom, blue activator it is, pink lotion it is, and they all just came in and was like, now it's open season on the conscious community. Now, are we a part of the conscious community? No, we're not a part of the conscious community. What we are, that's a fact. That's a fact. We need our brains washed, and we getting our brains washed with the truth. She talking about some scrambled eggs. Crazy. But we not a part of the conscious community. Most of the conscious community, honestly, are rejects of brothers and sisters that couldn't keep up with the doctrine that the master teacher was teaching. So every time we went to a different school, just like you go to school, you go to elementary school, junior high school, right? You go to elementary school, go to junior high, a couple of necros get left back, and they still in elementary school. You go from junior high to high school, a couple of necros get left back, and they left in junior high school. You go from high school to college, a couple of niggas get left back. That's what was happening. Whether two reasons. One reason is the people were getting left back because they couldn't keep up, because their approach to the doctrine was from the monotheistic approach, which is the Europeanized psychology. They wasn't listening to what the master was saying. They thought they understood. They thought, like a lot of people, they thought, Rahul Bat, beloved, they thought the master was just what everybody else was, a nigga that found a new hustle. And so they looked at him from their lens. And so now with him changing and him switching them languages, it was like, yeah, hearsay, God. So with him changing them languages, they was like, nah, he's lying. Not even the brothers, right? I did a bill talking about the brothers that's talking about Baba, what are you talking about when they stealing information? Yeah, they talking about he was stealing information and that he was plagiarizing, right? So I'm like, so you saying, right? First of all, like Baba's a PhD, right? They got him inside the They got him inside the Sijin tour. Tawatak, beloved. They got him in a Sijin talking about he need to take his GED. How disrespectful is that? See, that's what they do to us. They want to reduce us to something that they could control. And Baba's uncontrollable because his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is too vast for them to comprehend. And the package that it comes in is so simple. It's so, it's so big, it's so natural and so cool. They be like, nah, it can't be. It can't be him. And then ain't like that. Yeah, 76 trillion. What's up? 76 trillion. Yo, he chilling. He's like, yo, it is what it is. And they like, nah, it should come like this. You, a being like you should have came with the Philharmonic Orchestra, and the clouds should have opened up and the sun should have came down and you should have came looking like Little Kim on the stage. Like, you should have came with the Silver Surfers, and nah, it don't come like that. We here. We in the hood. Peace. What's up? And he give it straight from the hip. Because what we ask him. So what we have to do, like this time frame, while the master is not with us physically, he's upgrading us mentally and spiritually with the affirmation. We have to download the affirmation. You understand what I'm saying? We got to download the affirmation and we got to be ready to ask questions to upgrade us again. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. The sister said this thing with Polite coming up got the brain dead Necros using Baba as a distraction from their own involvement with Polite and where they compromised integrity to be a part of the money flashing. That's a fact. Let me go into the conscious community when I'm there and talk about this is a dual subject matter. Sinetta. So the brother, matter of fact, yo, you Rondu, you there? You got a good link? What's up? You coming through? Let me know if you coming through, girl. So Sinetta been talking raggedy because he been talking crazy about Baba since all this stuff happened because he's scared for his life. He know he was pushing for life on his platform. He know that everybody was looking to you know what I'm saying? He know he's scared for his life, right? So he's slandering Baba. He throwing Baba under the bus, all that stuff. That's a fact. He doing it. So the brother Amun down to if I'm correct, he exploded by coming to us in Brooklyn. Now he definitely, the whole debate scene started in the Pudar in Brooklyn with Hashep debating the Hebrew Israelites, and she got spanked because she was up there talking supreme foolishness and giving stories about what used to happen in the community instead of spanking the Osley brothers and sending them home right after they do a duet. That was she was supposed to do. When they came in them hot ass leather suits, she was supposed to send them on their way, but she didn't do that. She didn't reminiscing, and I remember back in the days when niggas had waves, gazelle shades, and comb braids. Yeah, she was sounding crazy, bro. Yeah, man, hold on. So Sinetta is trying to get the heat off his back, right? So the brother gonna say, yo, yeah, Sinetta, he don't give a F about you, nigga. I was telling Shepsy, he's talking about me. He said, I was telling Shepsy that Sinetta never didn't care nothing about that nigga or himself. And I'm sitting, and then another brother called himself New University. He said some garbage can juice stuff, talking about so that mean the brother was complicit with Sinetta insofar as allowing him to disrespect the master. Bro, let me tell y'all, man. That's crazy. So let me tell you. Nigga, when you go on a news platform, right? Who the anchorman on channel 2 or channel 9 or channel 4 Their belief system means absolutely nothing. What are you there for? When I went on Sinetta, I know Sinetta. Sinetta he's searching. He doesn't really know. Insofar as the doctrine's concerned, he's not Muslim, Christian, or Jew. He says Egyptian, but he ain't really studying Egyptology and a science like that. He even with the Nuwapu, he doesn't know what Wunuwap is. What he knows is that the brightest minds that came through that community were students of the master teacher. That's what he knows. Without a shadow of a doubt, whenever, yo, Rondu, I sent you the link. Whenever he needs more numbers, he's going to do a show on the master teacher. And when I went up there on Sinetta, it was in order to rebut the slander and lies that was being promoted by the brother Mark Lamont Hill. And anybody know Mark Lamont Hill, give him my info, tell him I'm trying to get at him, okay? Because he called Sinetta and asked Sinetta for my phone number after the show. Sinetta called me, and I said, yeah, give him my number. And I ain't heard from the brother yet. And I'm pretty sure he would have called me. Okay, whatever the case may be, maybe it was a slip of the mind. I give him that because we don't know what's going on in people's lives.
That was a successful build.
But that build I came out with, and I point for point show where the brother was wrong, right? He came back on Sinetta's platform and he backslid because he lied point for point and denied saying the stuff that we haven't recorded saying, right? Point being, my message to my brothers that's saying, why are you going on Sinetta? Nigga, because the platform. The same reason why the sister that you got on your platform called me behind the scenes and try to get me to link her with Sinetta before she started coming on your platform every day. Because she's seeing this Showtime money. It's Showtime. So y'all two over there like man, tan, and sleep and eat. Oh, they got me. Don't do it. I don't want to do it like this. Now they over there talk about it's Showtime. Man, tan, and sleep and eat in the watermelon field. And they just freestyling. Yo, so I went on Sinetta to defend the master, to defend the tribe, to defend the sacred science of Wu Sabat. That's what I did. And guess what? That representation brought 23,000 views. That's what I did. I used Sinetta for the platform. He opened up and he always said that. He said, yo, I let everybody come through to build. So if you want to come through to build, come through. Sinetta been telling me to come through and build for years. But it's not about bread for me. You know what I'm saying? And I understand where the brothers and sisters that why wouldn't you want to go on YouTube and talk and get some compensation instead of going out there hustling the people, robbing, stealing, beating up, working for these crackers? Oh yeah, nigga, get to YouTube. Why wouldn't you go to YouTube? That's right, nigga. What's wrong with you? But niggas sitting there talking about I'm complicit with Sinetta. Nigga, I don't Sinetta. Listen, if he's ready to read a book, then he got have a conversation. Yeah, he's slandering the master because he got to roll with the wave. He's rolling with the rush. This is God time. This is real God time. This is God in the flesh time, the manifestation of the creative forces of life. That's what time we in. Niggas ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Yeah. Before you get in, I'm gonna take it from the top and I'm gonna give a roll call to all the brothers and sisters that's rolling with me tonight, rolling with us. I appreciate y'all. Love is love. I shook divine love, divine unconditional love. Wu Rabat and peace be upon all of you in earshot and eye shot of the God. So let me take it from the top. Miss Infinity 9 is on deck with us, brothers and sisters. Miss Infinity 9 is on deck with us from London. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Miss Raoul Miss Infinity 9, the Ferris Center Tech. Raoul back to you, goddess. Raoul back, Ganu, Prieto. Appreciate you for joining us. And hold on. Ganu Prieto is with us from Trinidad tonight. Senator Ashok from Trinidad. So we got London, we got Trinidad on deck. We appreciate our family. We on deck. We got to spread this ether. We got to spread this ether, you know. Yeah. Who else is there? Universal Yoruba Nation TV. We got to link up. So, we got to come, you come on the platform, I come on your platform. We got to definitely link up. Appreciate you for being here. Raul Bat, Hotep, what's up, guys? How you doing, Hotep Atun? Raul Bat, Kahil. Raul Bat to you, beloved. Who else? Rondu, Ronell King, he here. All right. Raul Bat to you, God. Raul Bat to my brother Israel. Raul Bat to Shambhala Akata. All right, you know what I'm saying? I hope I answered that question, Shambhala Arkansas. I appreciate you. Yo, we got to go back to those books too. The brother Petit Ray was talking about going back to all of those extraterrestrial books. All of those are valid right now. All these brothers that's talking about this stuff out there, they took it from us. We be putting away, we be putting the doctrine down and don't be picking up what's needed. Rahul Bat, who else is there? Kafuz. Raul Bat, beloved, appreciate you for joining us. Gold Sun Productions, Raul Bat, appreciate you. Anybody, y'all got any questions? Look, man, I'm not going to freestyle with you. You know what I mean? Raul Bat, again, Israel, I see you. Kafuz Tarif. Yeah, whatever questions you got, man, put it out there. Camus, Raul Bat, beloved. Orel Plummer, Raul Bat to you, family. Kamos, Kahimet Ebe, Raul Bat to you. Vernon Brooks, Raul Bat. Veterans. They got some veterans in here. I see y'all. Tawutak, you know what I'm saying, for saying I did an excellent job defending Baba and the tribe. That's what we supposed to do. Baba raised warriors. Raul Bat, beloved. What's going on, God? I see you. Sabak, Raul Bat, Patah Sabak, Ray A. Raul Bass, Stephen Cole, what's up? Good feeling your energy. Yeah, we be rapping, God. We be listen. Listen, you gotta understand. Yesterday I kicked some bars. I got my EPMD hat. I got my don't get too close because you might get shot hat on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like yo. So I might just spit some bars right now before the guard come in. Hold up. Listen, I got this coming. This is about to come out on a crazy beat. Don't say I didn't warn y'all. I just got to get somebody to shoot this video, and we going crazy. I said something like this. Look, the non-ether teacher, speaker with Nubian follicles, lyrically bombing you with Tomical the war. You comical rappers who think you stomping through, breaking down your modules, double serpents, raising levels, changing up the molecules. Had to get on some he put a hit on me. So now it's wartime, baby. Switch to DEFCON 3. See rhymes and nukes, blowing Duke straight out of his zoot suit. Ghetto pass revoked, cause you stopped wearing your boots. With or without my troops, take it back to the roots. Aftermath of paragraphs, I make that ass want to shoot. I turn the east into the wild, wild west. No vest, bullets melted by my aura before touching my chest. F the rest, best of the best. Pharaoh the blessed, mics caressed by subjects that express my stress. Took the slackers to the test with monumental gifts. Divided the rap world like the continental drift. Pick a side, any cat alive, faking the vibe. Got the face CBC plus Deep Space Nine. Any rhyme design came even close to mine. I go back in time, take his hands before he wrote his first line. My kind, elevate past states of mere mortals. Surf the elevate to names of space through all portals. Abnormal. The pretty rap cats that sound floral, screaming Toro. When bullshit test my oral. The God, don't play, man. Yeah. Okay. Israel got my name is Sabine Atum Reye Ba'a. Yeah, I got you. Just waiting to change it on YouTube. I got you, God. We got you. I'm gonna write it in. Yeah, I'm spitting. I'm just getting that. That's my stress reliever, going through that them lyrics. Cause they can't mess with me. Matter of fact, that's the car. Y'all niggas, dude, what's up, God? Yeah, so that's
Raul Bat,
Raul Bat, what up, God, man? Get a shout out to the gods, man. We here. Yeah, you got anything to add on to all of the joints out? What I was building on throughout the night. Yeah, we got projects we putting together, family. Yeah, Got some music projects we putting together because it's that serious. Everything is rhythm. Everything is music. Our voice is music. Our heartbeats is music. The way we walk is music. You know what I'm saying?
It's the culture. It's Wu Sabat.
That's right. It's all Wu Sabat, beloved. Raobat Muisar. Yeah.
It's
So, yeah, hey, God, what's up, Ron Duke?
a good.
Let them have it. Talk to the peoples.
Well, reality, God, I'm listening to you, and it's like
Hmm.
here we go again.
Here we go again. Yeah.
Right, right.
That's good. Yeah, yeah.
Well, we gotta step back into the muck and martyr, deal with the beast, understanding what our purpose is as Sabians. I'm
I
really
agree.
just lost for words, y'all. No, for
Listen,
real. I'm really just lost for
I
words.
understand. I understand. I understand.
I'm really just lost for words. How and why I'm saying this is because it's frightening that our people are still so easily misled, lied to, betrayed, and just given nothing. Right? They give their whole life, everything that they have, their blood, sweat, and tears.
Why did the black man love the devil?
Because he gives them nothing, bro.
Because he give him nothing. Trained.
And it's truly sad for the people that they have continued to allow themselves to be misled, lied to, and deceived. I want to be clear. This is not about the Sabians. The Sabians have always been, will always be, as we has always. Pardon me, because I'm in the car, so you might hear some things, but
yeah, we hear you though, God. Go ahead, talk about it.
this is the true and living way of life. This is the ancient way. We live by experience, evidence, and what else, God?
Reason. That's right. Experience, evidence, and reason. That's how things are confirmed. That's right.
So we in the reasoning stage. And as we begin to reason and start to really look at what's really going on, we start to truly, as Sabians, we start to truly understand what the master teacher has been teaching us over the last 50 plus years, to be clear. All the way back from the Bible interpretation, the 9-ball series, behind the 9-ball. I mean,
yeah. Bible interpretation,
walking us,
yeah, the 9-ball. That's right.
Walking us step for step, word for word, opening up everything that has been locked from us, that all the so-called secrets that's been kept by high society, the so-called elites, the Illuminati, as you was just saying, the Illuminati. And this could be research. This could be, search to see if what's being said is actual facts.
Yeah.
These things were not being brought to the black community in the form that the master teacher was bringing it.
Facts.
In a scholastic form, yet plain for all to see. How? Through books.
Through books for everybody. For everybody. And
question and answer.
That's right. Nobody will be able to say they didn't know. Nobody would be able to say that they didn't know. They didn't see him in some way, shape, form, and fashion, bringing the information and then giving the opportunity to come ask questions. So if they had any misconception, any confusion, they could come ask the questions. You know, yo, it's amazing, bro. Because they're gonna be crying for him in the end. They're gonna be crying for him, bro. They're gonna be crying, and I'm gonna tell y'all, if the Asians, the Mugalu, if the Mujradu, if they can overstand and accept this doctrine, they're gonna take your place. They're gonna take our place. Because this is a natural, our doctrine is natural nature, animism. It's the natural order of the universe, beloved. So if they can overstand it and receive it and accept it, they're gonna be the ones that take over. Yeah. So the Stephen Cole said he wanted to address the brother Jabari. He only gets his I mean, look, I'm gonna say this: the brother Jabari represents. He's a good brother, and he's very, very intelligent. His method, his train of information comes from the Orthodox Egyptologist train of thinking. It's a religion, because when they deal with the what they call Nadir, what we call Nathar, right? When they deal with the Nathar, Wu Nathar Tat, they look at them as allegories. They look at them as manifest. They look at them as metaphors. They look at them as principles, universal principles that all people can absorb and embody. They go right back into Tayaf, ghost worship. You know what I'm saying? They go right back into that. They don't bear witness like we bear witness to Panathar as being a part of our damam, our blood, through our salafu and through our nasabu, our relatives, and through our ancestors. That's how we connected through those 30 spirits that keep going back. 30 spirits, 30 spirits, 30 spirits in the blood. That goes back to the Panathar. Like I was reading yesterday, how Baba refers to us as the Harusites, or the children of Haru, of Harar, and Arashtat, Isis, and Asar are our parents, grandparents through Haru. So that's the difference. So when he's speaking of that's, and they don't have no language. They talk about speaking a language without no vowels. How you speak a language with only consonants? What are you doing? It doesn't make any sense. But that's what happens when your approach is through your enemy. Because a lot of the brothers and sisters that went through the collegiate, the academic route, they were initiated through the Egyptology, through the Hellenistic orders. This is where we get the religions, get the word hell. You get put through hell, through Hellenistic orders. So they had to go through the hell of the Greeks in order to get the Phoenician concepts. And we were the Hikakasu, the Phoenicians. These are the mixed races. These are the people that don't have enough. They're not us. And this is where they're coming from. They're coming from that. So now Jehoshua incarnated, because every 25,000 years, we have to renew our cycle, and all the information from the last cycle has to be given to us. So remember earlier I was talking about them claiming that Bible was plagiarizing. That process that they claim he was plagiarizing was our renewal and reforming process, where he was going back through every doctrine that we were being taught since we was under these people's control, and he was renewing it and reforming it. He was terraforming the minds, spirits, and souls of the whole planet during that time frame. So he translated the Egyptian Book of the Dead coming forth by day. He translated the Injil, the Book of Revelation, translated the Torah. He translated the Tanakh. He translated the Tehillim, the Psalms. He translated all of these books that were given to us, and redid the lessons and the Quran Circle 7 and the Holy Quran in its original order, right? And then he gave us Pakadash La Wahat, the holy tablets, which is called Al Kitab, inside the Quran. And it says the records of the righteous are kept to Elyon, where Al Kitab is kept. He gave us the holy tablets, right? Worn down. This thing did 10 years with me. Gave us the tablets, right? Oh man. So, and the tablets represent going from the old, because it says at the end that the Bible and the Quran got to travel the circumference of the planet Earth, and then after the Book of Lamb will come. This is a prophecy from Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad knew that the time for him to teach was coming to an end, and so he gave the nation to his son, right? And knowing that his son didn't believe anything that he was teaching, that his son was going to destroy the nation of Islam, which he did. All right. So after the Holy Tablets, which is the bridge between the religion and the old cycle and the new cycle, that's the Holy Tablets, the last book of religion. Then we start the Sacred Records of Atum Re, part 1 and part 2, right? And then people's like, yo, but he went back into Christianity because he was going back to the Ethiopia. So he went back to the what's that? The Egyptian Church of Christ Incorporated. So when you go to he's going back to the Ethiopian documents. We cracking open the crest where all the information that the Prophet Muhammad got in the Quran that wasn't in the Bible came from Ethiopia when they was protecting him during the time frame when the Arabs was going to kill him, and he fled to Ethiopia. All right. All right, we got some things coming up. So some people was talking. So that was dealing with the Jabari situation, and they just coming from a different point of view. They don't see Panathar as real life beings. And that's how he got spanked by Tahuti, who was one of the triad, one of the students of the master teacher, till he got access to the Sacred Records of Atum Re, part 1, and he seen where Baba was going, so he left and tried to beat him there. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what people with egos do. You know, that's their ego stuff. That's why, like, Baba did a bill talk about, you know, why usurp the throne of the Most High when you could just share in his power. He was forewarning us now when we become gods to not try to take over and usurp and go against him, share in the power so we could control the planet. Why are you trying to take his throne? Like, it's crazy. So yeah, I hope that helped clear it up, Stephen. Can we talk about the era that the golden children have arrived or was born in? That time frame that dealing with the golden children, what Bob was talking about during the Ansar Law community, he was building a community. He was telling them that, look, y'all got to give birth to the 144,000, right? Those beings born from 1970, what was it, 2003 or 2009? Because there's a time frame that the golden children are born in where these beings that are born never came to the planet before. Everybody else were recycled souls and spirits. But the golden children came from like 1970 to either 2009 or 2013. The golden children was in that time frame. I'm going to get you the actual birth time. Anybody that knows it, please, put it out there, beloved. Yeah. And these beings are the ones these are warriors, new souls sent to assist the incarnation with waking up the planet, those chosen, and reseeding after destruction. It's that simple, after destruction. But there's a time frame for the golden children. I fall in that category insofar as the time frame of birth, and then our children were supposed to be the ones. But see, they came at us hard. Because we was born in the crack era. You understand what I'm saying? We was born with the crack when the CIA flooded every hood with crack, and most of our people was twisted. So we had to reboot and start from scratch, So now the golden children supposed to come out to go against the fire children. Because the fire children are the ones that got the people going crazy, sex crazy with the Luciferian spirit and the six ether sex force. They got everybody, everything is sex. Everything is sex. Those are the fire children. And Baba said every golden child that's born, a fire child is born also. What's the other? So this is our time as golden children to step up, right? And the golden children literally are those that get the reactivated mafkuzet running through their systems. So that's really what kicks it off. I mean, that time frame, your birth, that's the time frame that the golden children born in. But what makes you that literally is the mafkuzet. I read that yesterday. Y'all go listen to that joint I did yesterday. The Secret of Tones and the Mafkuzet Elixir of Life. I read the whole book. And I read something else that I was supposed to read part 2 to it, and I don't know where it's at. I'm moving stuff around all damn day. But what you say, God? Raobat Muisar, brother Orel. He doesn't want to go to the history before the 46 dynasties. Is why he couldn't agree with Prince York. Take him to before the 46 dynasties, and he lost. Because the dynastic periods is where his gods, his teachers exist at. That's why, God. And when you talk about the 46 dynasties, you talk about 23 chromosomes and 23 chromosomes. 46 dynasties, right? You see how that go? Remember, this is a genetic doctrine. So we predate that. That's why the master, when he teach ancient Tamaray, he teach pre-dynastic Egypt. He might stop in the 25th dynasty with Ahmos and Kamos, because it was undoubtedly these are Nubians, these are Africans. And then he brings us, be the embodiment. He said, you want to see how the Egyptians live? You have to study the Egyptians today. That's us. And even think about this. Like even with the Suf, the Safaf, or the hieroglyph, the way that they to express it and speak it, it wouldn't be the same today as it was back then, because it has to have a different tone. It has to have different keys, because the system, the stars and the planets are set up differently. So to activate the gates and to activate the energy principles inside of us is going to be different now, because we're different sizes, different statures, different genetically mixed, different DNA mixtures. So everything is different now. So the master had to come amongst us to now figure us out. And so many times he says, yo, it's hard to figure you out, like, because the devil did such a good job mixing in with us that he be thinking like, yeah, I think I got somebody good, and then a nigga just flip on me from nowhere, right? Now hold up, we're gonna have to have a moment of silence so I can read the sister Gloria Miller stuff, because she came out of the gate talking about there is no planet, okay? So we doing the whole star baby thing. We just floating. We floating like stars, like the Wiz, like the babies in Wiz. When Lena Horne was singing what she was singing about. when you believe, right? When you believe in yourself, right from the start. If you believe, let me stop. yo. So the sister said, "How you doing, Gloria? Peace and blessings. I shook woo rabat." You know, divine love, unconditional love, and peace be upon you, sister. So she says the ISS astronauts are able miraculously to wear cloth fiber suits with creases in this spatial vacuum that boils water instantaneously. This spatial vacuum that is minus 454.81 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, that's cool. The Quran says that say your creator is God and follow the straight path, shall have nothing to fear or to regret. They shall forever dwell in paradise as a reward for their labors. Okay, sister. The planet thing. Get back to the planet thing, please. How we not on the planet? I mean, if you want to get to the quantum physics of the whole thing, you know, like, there is no us. You know, you want to get into that. Like, we're all thoughts. We're all manifestation of thoughts. You have those that I've seen YouTube videos of brothers saying that they went back to the original soul. Like we're supposed to be projections of our etheric self that's back on the home planet in a sleep state, and we're projecting this simulation. I've seen videos dudes talking about they done took some mushrooms and stuff, and they went and they woke up back at the lab, and they just seen the grays and the extraterrestrials. You know, I'm like, if I got to get high to do it, I don't want to do it, bro. I need to do it through meditation. I need to do it through I need to do it through natural nature. Capability test. Hold up. Yeah, capability test. Glory, there is no planet. I bet I was born in 93 Baltimore, Maryland, born in a police station. That is a fact, beloved. You have a book to write. I know that much. Yeah, Gloria Miller, a plan is in effect. Yeah, Plan ET. That's what's in effect, y'all. The Plan ET. Tahuti Brown is fractured. His Za'am is fractions, and he has a groupie crew. Killer Priest posts me off with the dummy Chuck Morgan. Yeah, he pissed me off too. Check it. I've been trying to hit Priest for the longest to get on the show. I've been trying to hit Priest. I done emailed him, I done DM'd him, the whole nine. I was like, you put Garfield up there. You put Chuck Morgan up there to freestyle. You know what's crazy? Chuck Morgan don't even do a lot of the stuff himself, bro. He get like his stuff for language, his stuff to talk about the case with the master teacher. That comes from that stuff comes from with J.U. Then his stuff talk about the Afro Uno and all plagiarism and all that. That comes from the Noonie Boo brothers. This dude just he just orchestrates a lot of sourpusses, and he puts it all on his platform. I told him, put the book out. Put the 360 questions to ask the Nuwapian out, nigga. So we could do the rebuttal to the slanderers and do it just like the Ansar cult book and put every question you got in there in the answer and feed it right back to you. Put it out, nigga. Ain't nobody worried about that. Nigga's a clown. Yo, he's a clown. All he need is a red nose and something to juggle. That's a fact. I did like that video he did with me and Amu when we was arguing, because them derelicts wanted to go up there and put all these audios of Baba up there to violate him. They think they helping. They're really trying to help themselves. So we sitting there arguing about it. And he wasn't on that show. We arguing about it. So he took us arguing about it, and he had our voice. He had pictures of us, and then he had our voice in the background, and then he he had like the honeymooners laugh track behind us, and we was our heads floating in the space, and pictures of the master teacher behind us, and you hear the honeymooners laugh track behind. That was hilarious. I said, "Oh, these." They be having some of the hottest graphics. We take all the graphics. We don't. Nigga, he work for us. Like, what you doing? Like, you work for us. Thank you. He's pushing the doctrine. Even he's coming from the negative and he's lying. So if people go to read, come read. All we saying is trust your own comprehension, your own level of understanding, and come read the books yourself. That's why periodically I literally just read the books. You know what I'm saying? I literally just read the books because I know most people don't read the books. They've never read the books. So I'll just be like, you know what? I'm going to just read the book. I'm going to just let them see what Baba said in the book. Like tonight, right? I'm going to hook y'all up. Because we got to meditate. I got this. Yeah. What is the Payafak Misfa? The breath book? Yeah, so I'm going to read a couple of exercises that I should be doing this like on a Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday. Excuse me. But I'm going to give a couple of exercises, breathing exercises, because breath is life, y'all. So I'm going to do a few. I'm going to read a couple of exercises. Y'all have any questions? Y'all say something. Got me breathing already. I'm looking at him like, yeah, y'all got listen, this is about tools, man. Yeah, the brother, I ain't even gonna talk about the brother Tahuti. I like the fact that he spanked Jabari, called him right on out there, lined him up. So you saying, he was like, yeah, I'm saying it. Got him. Lined him right on up. Word. So let's start with the complete union breath. All right, the complete union breath. Anybody that know we had the Wasak book before? We had in the ancient mystic orders, the ancient AEO. This is the time to get back into our breathing, especially while we home. You know, they got that the invasion then came down, shut the planet down, right? They're killing everybody off. Remember, the invasion is specifically there to attack the Mukasu, but being that we didn't separate ourselves from them, we getting hit, right? And they're a part of us, and we all in their stuff. Oh, so you was able to do them things I was telling you to do, right? To get access to that information. Okay, God, that's what I'm talking about. Atune, yeah, you was able to get that. The breath, yeah, it's going down because this is the transformation manuscript. You know, like, look, you don't need nothing with this, but to be able to read, and then you can just go through the practices. He said debate headhunter team. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Look, they been trying to give me the debate for years. All the debate is going to do is end up like Hamid and Amun was. Just sitting there yelling back and forth. And that's why I don't do it. I talk about them on my space. They talk about me on their space. I rebut on my space. They rebut on, because then that way you're able to hear everything. So we could get down to the truth of the matter. Yeah, this is the joint. So I'm gonna do the semi vocal breath. No. Let me see this. The complete union breathing. All right, so this is on page 67. Shall I do that? Yeah. So now that's good, bro. You off to the races now, Atune. You off to the races. I already know that. I see earlier when you said something about the 30 spirits. I said, oh, he got that. I said, oh yeah, it's on. Yeah. Candy factory. It's like a candy factory. Yeah, once you get it, it's on. All right, so this is the retained breath. This is a retained breath. This is page 69. It says stand erect. Inhale a complete union breath. Now, what's the complete union breath? The complete union breath is when you breathe in and you start to retain the air from the bottom of your diaphragm first, then the middle, then the top of the lungs. And you hunch your shoulder over a little bit and you let the air out with a like almost like your mouth like whistling, but you let it out a lot. Who what? Gold Sun Production. Oh, I was talking to Atune because he's talking about he got some books. So stand erect, inhale a complete union breath, retain the air as long as you can comfortably, exhale vigorously through the open mouth, then practice the cleansing breath. The cleansing breath is when you take a deep breath and you let it out as much as fierce as possible. It's a cleansing breath. You like get all that out. Yo, breathing and stretching is like, bro, these are things you could do for free. You ain't got to go to the gym for this. You don't need to look at YouTube videos. All you got to do is just do it. Just in your nose, out your mouth. Plus, breathing correctly is one of the key things to do to eliminate toxins in your body. Just breathing. Drinking water is a way of flushing out toxins in your body. Rahul back, beloved. What's going on, Muisa? Yeah, we doing our best trying to stay sucker free in the world of sucker MCs. That's what we doing. So we reading some of these as the brother Johnson Nate saying Rahul back. We reading some of these some of these stretches and breathing exercises. Then I had something else I want to read too. Go over. Oh, I still got some other people to talk about. I forgot who is this with the brothers. Oh man. Okay, here let's go. The rib stretching. Stand erect. Place the hands on one side of each body, each side of the body, as high up under the armpits as convenient, with thumbs reaching towards the back, the palms at the side of the chest, and fingers in front over the breast. Inhale a complete breath. It says retain the air for a short time, then gently squeeze the sides at the same time, slowly exhaling. Then practice the cleansing union breath, and do it in moderation. Don't overdo it. You know how niggas is. And again, the union breath is all right. Let me see. One more. This is going to be the morning exercise. Let me do the morning exercise. Something that we go all do every morning. Stand erect in a military attitude. Head up, eyes front, shoulders back, knees stiff, hands at the side. Attention, attention. Raise your body slowly on the toes, inhaling a complete breath, steadily and slowly. Retain the breath for a few seconds, maintaining the same position. Slowly sink to first position at the same time while you exhaling the air through your nostrils. Then practice the cleansing breath. So those are the few joint. Now, before we get to that, there's a major breakdown of the organs, how they work with air, and the ancient Egyptians and their breathing techniques and stuff like that. This is the most comprehensive spiritual breathing book that we've had probably since the ancient high priests have walked the earth. Okay, so something else happened, right? Two things. Oh, I didn't even tell you about this. So they try to poison us. I'm talking about that. We'll talk about that. They try to poison us, right? We bought some. It's sad because what I'm gonna talk about it relates to a brother, and I don't want to mess up nobody's money. But we're about to sue. Okay, so if y'all see me popping, you see me ride one of them cars that Polite got, it's because I sued some niggas and I came up. Okay, y'all see me pushing that thing, I sued the So we bought some alkaline water, bottled water. We have what's the water machine? Kagan. Yeah, we have a Kagan water machine, and we drink the Crystal Geyser. We do that. We drink these waters. We get the alkaline 88 water because Shaq just bought 100 million shares of it, right? And it get here, my wife drank like half the water from her. Cause we try to drink a gallon of water every day. So it get here, my wife drank half her water, her bottle. I snatch a new bottle up, and we're making teas. So we got a festival over there at Umar Johnson. That's another thing. Shout out to Umar Johnson over there at the FDMG. We was there on deck. Mama, you got one of the books or something from Umar's thing to show, because I didn't want to get the whole sign that we fell into. Somebody broke somebody left over there by the bodega. So yeah, we was over there at the FDMG, Leadership Academy, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey joint. So we was prepping because we was vending there. We had the natural nature herbs. So I crack open a new water. I pour the water in the tea. We got the big giant, what do they call them? Vats. We got these big giant, that's against the vat. How the witches be using? Cauldrons. I'll say that. I'm going to say it like that. I like cauldron better than vats. I say vats, I think about the grays and them absorbing all the people nutrients through their bodies and their vats and over. Yeah, I don't want to think about that. Okay, so we got the tea. We doing our special brew, right? And then I'm like, oh, it's concentrated. Let me right back, beloved. So I said, let me get rid of, let me stretch it out. So I get the alkaline 88 water to pour into the tea. And that same bottle, I pour like half the bottle in it. Then I come into the room and I go to drink the rest of the water. And I'm under the ceiling fan, right? So I'm looking at the water while I'm drinking it. Man, this thing got all kinds of microbes and all kinds of, oh, bro. It's like, you ever seen the movie Evolution with the white dude that played and that plays Mulder? Yeah, the white dude that played Mulder in the X-Files. Well, Evolution, it had like everything was needed to start a new world in this water. Parasites, microbes, it like here, it was like area yo, it was that simple. Like, yo, these dudes, I'm sitting there looking at it in the light. I'm like, what the? So I'm like, Mama, where's your water at? Boom. I go get her water bottle. I put it up to the light. It's a jungle outside. It make me wonder how I keep from going under. I said, oh, shit. I said, did they just do this to Shaq? Because Shaq just invested into the water, and now the water is contaminated. And then, check it. These are the two that we opened. Then we got two more that we never touched. Take those bottles. I put them to the light. Niggas just swimming. Niggas is like this. Yeah, what's up, beloved? I'm like, yo, y'all ain't supposed to be here. Yo, we here. What's up? You already drunk us? Come on in. We all float down here, So we setting up to get the bottles tested, the water tested to see exactly what's in it. We setting up to get a law firm. So anybody know a lawyer, good lawyer, holler at me. I'm not discriminating. If it's Heimer and Schwartz and all them Schultz and all the rest of them, I'm with it. But we suing. So if you see me moving and got my big ass in a Batman mobile, it's because I own half of Alkaline 88, because I own the supermarket it came from, and I own, yeah, we own it like that. So I ain't gonna lie and say, yeah, I came up, I was doing the UCC and I was flipping the real estate, and then, I did that and I moved that around, and the cryptocurrency, no, nigga, I sold them niggas. And it's all good now. We out the hood now. So, a lot of niggas they gotta get hit by buses. They gotta get shot by police, hit by buses in order to make their payday. Oh no, nigga. Huh? Yeah, we drank bad water and we coming. So we about to own the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? I have the shameless plug for the family, all right? naturalnatureherbs.com. Come on through. Get them herbs, you know what I mean? Go back to listen to the white when we was talking about the tribe and the vaccines. Y'all go look at those and you see, we did a whole breakdown presentation of all the herbs that we have, the naturalnatureherbs.com. Check the website out. Pharaohrising.com. That's the music and the entertainment, because I've been in some animations. I've been in was it Tyler the Creator? I was with on Adult Swim. Shout out to the brother that plugged me into that. I did some web series. I did some movies. Shout out to the brother that put me onto that. Yeah, so come through on that cosmicshop.com. We got some t-shirts. We about the t-shirt game ain't never gonna be the same. We about to go crazy. This is stuck under my hat. I can't even get it out of there. So come to cosmicshop.com for the t-shirts and all the styles and all that. Oh, and please, sir, please, if you happen to have, cent. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. That's what's up. Cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar, cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar, 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 dollar.
Really dollars over there.
That's how we doing at the parade and stuff. Don't be hating on me, son. So anyway, it's free will offering. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to put 5 on it? They don't do $5 bags no more anyway. So you can just send $5 over here to the peoples. You know what I'm saying? And we also, that's my Cash App is at $Farrell Rising. And then at the end, you see acts of kindness donate at outlook.com. That's directly going to Baba Yanun's people, the family, the office for his legal stuff and whatever it is that he wants them to do. So that's up there. So at all times, y'all could take that and y'all could donate for the legal purposes. That's gonna be distributed. That's what so them niggas down the tube, all that stuff they talk about they doing, I don't know nothing about that. I got Jabari, matter of fact, the lawyer Jabari, that the lawyer, not Jabari, the brother we talk about, the Egyptologist, but Jabari, the lawyer that's helping, he's a paralegal that's helping Bob. And he has a lawyer, what's his name? What's the lawyer name that he's working with? Akibulan, right? Imhotep Akibulan. They working. Now he just put out some stuff talking about the sister that be with the brother down the block, down the dial, and he was breaking down how she told him personally that she got $20,000, personally. So I don't know what they doing over there. What I am gonna say is this: I'm gonna switch gears. I'm gonna switch my pivot, and I'm gonna say this. Got the brother named Lazarus Lamel. He just sent me a friend request today. I accepted the friend request. He's my he's like the guess he was the enlightener of the brother that was supposed to be my producer that don't mess with me no more. You know what I'm saying? He don't mess with me no more. He's been dealing with the brother Lazarus Lamel, right? And Lazarus Lamel was talking about he had a build on that was talking about, do we get rid of the messenger with the message with the messenger? And he's talking about Paul, like putting them in the same light, in the light of Noble Drew Ali, and in the light of Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and in the light of Master Teacher, Baba Yanun, which is retarded. But yeah, so first he does that, right? Then he's talking about Polite, and he's like, yeah, I haven't heard Polite say that he's innocent. And that's what I want to hear the brother say. He says that, which is cool. But then he says, Dr. York also. I've never heard Dr. York, with all the videos, all the recording, I never heard Dr. York say he's innocent. It's a lie. Immediately, I go on a lie. That's a lie, bro. Like, if your facts are twisted, if that's what you're coming to the conclusion of, don't try to use that because you want to jump into the slander boat, But he said, nah, he said, with no BS, send me the link. He said, I don't know nothing about it. I never seen that. I said, all right, no BS. And then I mentioned the what's that? The oldest one, the Isles of Patmos, which you can find right now on Isles of Patmos collection, which you can find right now on Down the Dial at the brother Muspatu channel. You go look up Isles of Patmos. He got it written as the Isles, and it's audio after audio after audio with Baba explaining in detail what took place when they was building up this conspiracy and all the things all the law stuff they was breaking. And he literally says, I'm innocent of all. I ain't did none of this. All of this is made up, and none of it is really about these people and any kind of quote unquote sex crimes. You know what kills me? Since when did y'all niggas come to the conclusion that the white man cares about you being violated? When did that become a thing? Not just in the black community, but in the pro-black community. Y'all niggas sound crazy, beloved. Yeah, I want to do the animations, but I'm trying to do animation and videos, music videos. So if you know anybody you want to rock with, like, I'm here. Talk to me. But yeah, God, yo, listen, we know the Mukasu, right? Check it. The Mukasu, the European, into incest, bestiality, pedophilia. They rape and pillage the whole. That's their story. That's their story on the planet, right? So check it. I want you to reason with me. So if the master teacher was doing all of these atrocities, if he had the nation of black people tricked in this negative doctrine, and he was doing all these atrocities and violating the black people, which is what the cracker want to do, which is what the cracker has set all the social engineering in place to happen, then why would they get rid of him and not celebrate him? Listen to reason. Why would the devil stop him from doing devilishment if all he was doing is lying and violating the people? The devil wouldn't stop the devilishment. The devil would applaud and magnify and open up different routes for him to do the devilishment. You're coming to the conclusion that the white sheriff and the white government and the white alphabet people and the white courts, they just want to save these little black babies. Y'all niggas is stupid. Y'all niggas sound crazy. No, nigga. No. Word, man. This is crazy. Oh, yeah. We got some, you already know our tune. We got some things to do. Honey, Jay, he got to be in there. He's like, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Just like, that's how I go. Yeah, so think about the logic, y'all. Think about the logic. So to my brother Lazarus, man, I'm gonna send a link. I'm gonna post it on my Facebook page. I'm gonna post it from YouTube, the Isles of Patmos, to my Facebook page. You just sent me a friend request. I accepted the friend request. I'm pretty sure you're going through all the stuff that's on there. That's cool. I'm the God for real. And now I'm gonna post that other joint there, the Isles of Patmos, and then I'm gonna share it to your page. And then you could go through it, bro. And then go on freedryork.com, right? Yeah, man, because this is crazy how we, brother. I'm like, come on, don't do that to the master. All he do, again, y'all thinking that he's under scrutiny? No, bro. We are the ones being studied. The watchers are always watching. We're being studied. So when they took the incarnation, what did you do? Those are the questions that's going to be asked, bro. So I'm going to start reading something from, what we got? It's 10:55. We got 30 minutes before we hit 3 hours. 30 minutes before we hit 3 hours. All right, so I'm gonna do this till 11 o'clock. That's good? Okay. Oh yeah, Pharaoh Shepsi Duamu Tefamun. Yeah, that's my on Facebook is the Pharaoh Shepsi Duamu Tefamun. Yes, Zahin Mersam Saim Mersam Awu Dasas M Mukameyu, intelligent design, divine design, or plot of aliens. That's the name of the book I'm reading. Right? This is what we doing. Remember to come through tomorrow. We doing Super Cypher Saturdays. All right. By Pandabab Yanun, His Excellency Dr. Malachi Z. Kabina Yoko Kran, divine, advanced, galactic, intelligent implants, life on this planet Earth by direct panspermia. Go look up panspermia. This is how planets are seeded. Okay? Karadu, my beloved, Karadu Shalel Wunawap, my beloved children of Wunawap, Mukminu, Melaninites, you are much more than you have been led to believe. Your Yachasat genes have been affected by what you intake, who you are around, and what you hear, see, feel, smell, and taste. All affects change in your Mukwan, your being. When I taught you Munwapu about the genetic kiss, go check out the genetic kiss, y'all. The exchange of Katat Maye at body fluids, the very air you breathe, those who are around you, how it can affect you physically and mentally, such as shape-shifting, transforming, morphing, and transfiguration. All of this is real. And Pa Kakasu, the Caucasoid, brings you near to have an effect on both you as a deity and them as demons, or you as 9 ether and them as 6 ether down to 5 ether. Munwapu, Nuapians, I am here with you to show you how to transform back to Muakaku, Etherians. Why is he here? I am here to show you how to transform back into Etherians. That's why he's here. And they've been blocking everything he's been doing because they live off of us as vampires. That's why. Because they're into vampirism. Facts. Your Yakas genes have always been the gateway. The genes is the gateway. The key you hold to either a Mawat death or a elongated Hayah life. To be a genius or a mental slave to all that was fed to you in religion, that is perfect health and an agile mind, or Barasi, leprosy. And it's funny because Barasi is, what's their name? Barasa, Jupiter ascendant. That was the name of the family. The name of the family was the Barasic. Yeah. And they was the one who starts off the movie with the Barasic family harvesting the humans on that planet. They just finished taking all the humans to harvest them for energy. And that's how they have, damn, it was adrenochrome, you know. They process them into pure energy so that they can live forever. And they have planets throughout the solar systems, throughout the galaxies that they harvest as like mining plant. Like this is Baba have a book called The Harvest. And in one of the books, he refers to this place as a farm. Is that your book that you did the cover from? That he calls this the farm?
No. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the book where he calls this the farm, bro. That's Jupiter ascending. It starts up, and then one of the main characters is a dude that's a hybrid of a lichen, of a wolf. He's a wolf character. Yo, and they got the reptilians in there and everything. It's Jupiter ascending. People slept on it. I'm telling you, it's where it's at. So Barasi, leprosy, Maradsnus, sickness, Calais, disease. Neurological disease, birth defects, taught your fate is determined by something or some unseen deity, a spirit being by whichever attribute you're given. That your Yakasa genes are merely building blocks and a greater intelligence is in charge of whether you can or cannot think for yourself, how old you will be when you die, if normal, or die at a young age due to a genetic predisposition for cardiac arrest. Or some mystical tree in the Garden of Eden can give you eternal life by eating of it, as the Bible and the Quran teaches fictional stories taken from stone tablets of beings who came to Mikwak Taha, planet Earth. When in Hakak, actual facts, your genetic determinism is that genes and the exclusion of environment or the field of your awareness and your experience determines how an organism turns out. You could call it the extreme version of natural nature versus nurture, where your DNA tells you everything you can know about what someone will be. Your actual Qadar fate versus Takuk, or thakak, faith. Your actual fate versus faith. You are taught that generational programming accounts for everything you are or can become. You have believed, accepted, and become obsessed with genes, race, Sanafu species. Yet in actual fact that you and all others now test for virtually everything from genes for breast or ovarian cancer to clues regarding ancestral roots. Know that such information to information is useful to you to know what is in your 4 generations back, who had what, who died of what, who suffered from what, and may have passed it on to you. However, that can be deceptively limiting while you can learn if your great-great-grandparents were carnivores or carnivores or herbivores. Were they hunters, killers, tall, short, fat, thin, diseased, insane, raped, enslaved, drug users, or alcoholics? Did they have wabar, nappy hair, or fur? Was it Hamim, black, or Saphir, yellow? Their eyes, Lawan color, what color? All kinds of genes, both Wawed, good, and Gawu, bad. This can be found in your Yakasat, your genes. Is this your only fate? Can it be changed or altered? One of the greatest intellectual blocks into Shafei, healing yourself, to say nothing of overstanding and understanding this one universe, Wahu Makwan, is the assumption that genes, Yakasat, determine your reality and cannot be changed, or the likelihood your lives and health, Nakab, will follow a predetermined path, generations without interference from outside forces and things, such as mixing your seed with others who are not the same, who each have their own genetic history 4 generations back, and can by any contact pass on into your being, and in fact cause changes in you both mentally and physically. And what you think is love is his genes, Yakas, at overpowering you. I'll be throwing shots. The assumption that you will be not genetically be affected by others you come in contact with physically or mentally or programmed by is another fallacy, a lie. Cinema, kanamat, talfaz, television, music, masak, voices, sawat, colors, lawan, smells, and environment will all affect your inner and outer being, Muwapians. That you are just a combination of mechanical, chemical, and hormonal interactions. What neuroscience would call modern medicine are khazab lies. Rahul back, beloved. What's going on, Pamukdal? I'm reading the design. What's that? Intelligent design, divine design, or plot of aliens. Even after the mapping out of 3.6 billion base pairs in the human genome project, it turns out that they are no closer to healing aberrant DNA than ever. Aberrant DNA is just a genetic term for any change in normal DNA from the chromosome deletion or amplification. Changes in the DNA pattern. This is not including mutations, which would be indicated by a change in a single nucleotide or very short insertions or deletions in few nucleotides. While their scientists were looking at the 4 single letters in a protein recipe and investigating how they carry out bodily functions, they forgot Inosai, Anas, forgetful beings. Oh, really? You just reread this? That's good. That's good. To make room for divine consciousness, other Salao races besides the Caucasoids, a big mistake on their part. Caucasoids now know that all humanoids originated from the South African Sands people or Bushmen of Botswana, which Baba used to call it the Tahites, Ethiopian Cushites. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I got some questions from the brothers and sisters. Right back, Kevin Daves. I have a question pertaining to the Yananis group organization. Is that the same as our Sabaean nation. I have noticed a lot of Sabaeans have formulated their own groups and branched out. Is that a page on the Is that on Instagram or Facebook? Is that Sawal Imyanun? Atun, is that who you talking about? The Yananis? Yeah, Gold Sun Production. You gotta look at it. Which one you talking about? You're looking at Jupiter Ascending? Gold Sun Productions. Yeah, the Sawal Imyanun. If that's what if that Yananis group, that's started by Prince York or Ramses, who is Baba Yanun's youngest son.
Very misguided young man.
And he basically does what he wants. And we just leave him alone. It's okay. We build with the brother. I got love for the brother. But he's doing like he's doing a Yananis or Yanunis, and he's doing like a lot of chants and meditations and stuff like that. And I'm cool with that, I'm cool with that. That aspect of it is beautiful. Yeah, that's him. That's Baba's son. Yeah, and I'm happy that he's here because most of the master's children don't want nothing to do with the doctrine that he's teaching. So the fact that he's here is a blessing, and it's probably because he wasn't raised in the Islam and in the religions, while like the most of his other children were raised in the religions. See, Ramsey was born, and he was born during the Nuwapian era. He was born looking at the pyramids. You know what I'm saying? So speaking Nuwapic and all that, that's his natural nature. He just has to go through the disciplines of like the orders and falling in line and learning. He needs wisdom around him. Hakundum. That's it. He means well. We just gotta keep everything to moderation. Let's say it like that. So yeah, the Patahites, Ethiopian Cushites, was one of the original descriptions back in the Holy Tabernacle Ministries that we have for the Sands people. And these Sands people, they have all the genetic markers for everybody on the planet. For example, for the original races, all the traits of humanoid races have these genetic markers that indicate who is who, and not being able to physically recognize these traits is what lets you know that the race is washing out. So check it. For example, the creased forehead of the Atralu, the Aborigine, is found in the Sands people. The eyes of the Oriental is found in the Sands people. The dimpled chin of the Dravado, the Indians of Asia, the original Black East Indian, the Andaman elder, who had the dimpled chin and nappy hair. So that was found in the Sands people too, the dimpled chin. And the nappy hair is also found in the Sands people. Here, this was in the Right Knowledge series. That's right. The Patahites, Ethiopian Cushites. So the nappy hair of the Nagaru is found in the Sands people. So the Sands people, these are the beings that came out of the water. These beings are the original beings of the planet. And, the only humanoid trait you will not find in the Sands people is the blue eyes and flank hair. Those traits being from another gene pool and is not naturally occurring in Fatih al-Fatah, natural nature. They also now know that something or someone interfered with DNA once some were outside of Afafrika, Africa. The result being unknown DNA found in some races or unknown species they can't trace back. All they thought they knew about humanoids is now wrong. Let's talk about the Mukasu, the European. They thought that when they did the Genome Project, we spoke about that on the bill when my wife was breaking down how she worked for Oxford Nanopore in the Human Genome Building in Manhattan. And she broke down the machine that would split the DNA strand, the helix, in order for them to read the virus and be able to do genetic coding and identifying weak genes and being able to get ahead of diseases. And that's what they were using to identify what to do with the new alien attack that we're dealing with right now. All right. They also now know that their religious stories of creation as found in Bible and Quran is not for all humanoids. That the Bible and Quran is only one short story of a hybrid race called the Adamites, the ruddy race made in the year 3761 BCE by their own learned rabbis' records that makes the race or tribes of the Bible and Quran the youngest breed on earth. The Adamu Salalu, or Adamite race of hybrids, is only 6,000 years old and the root of most diseases, viruses that once they mix with others, they spread. The races that predate the Adamite race and now many subspecies are epigenetics and the mixing of genes. Absolutely. The whole 400-year, the whole invasion of the Europeans the whole invasion first of the Reds, the Morapu, the Arabs, Morabu. First the Arabs, then the whites, the European. It's all about mixing the genes. They were being inspired by their overseers to mix in their genes with the incarnated gods. So the Negroids, blacks, pre-Adamic, Aboriginal brown, prehistoric, Indians brown, human, the Asian yellow. Wow. So Negroids would be pre-Adamic. The browns of the Indians would be prehistoric, and the human would be the Asians, the yellow. The last race to be made 6,000 years ago was the Adamites, the Nordic, the whites, humankind, his story, Caucasoid, ruddy beasts. Their Bible calls them Adamites, Edomites, and Canaanites, lepers. Both words are from the same in the meaning by roots, the white race, ruddy, flush, fair, rosy. All right, a jewel I'm going to give y'all is to get the concordance, get Hebrew concordances and get Arabic concordances and Greek concordances in order to go through any scriptures that y'all might, any scriptural quotes, so you can see the original language and see exactly the words being used. So you can transliterate and translate it yourself, because most of them have played with the language in order to maintain control over everybody. Let me see. I'm going to jump around for a second because we're running out of some time. Okay, let's go. This is where I'm getting to. All right, this solar system is not how they portrayed it in books. Nothing they said turns out to be true. Instead, humanoid destiny being determined by genes, it now is known that genes are also guided by what science now call epigenetics. Just mentioned that. That's how I'm feeling, you guys. We here. That's right, epigenetics. Where the God at? Yeah, you were just talking about that. Mixing the genes. Oh, this is intelligent design. We're about to go into why this is important. Your genes grow in a soup, right? This is heavy. That's why I'm ending. I want this to be the last thing that's in your heads. Your genes grow in a soup of resident fields created by Fakarat, thoughts, and intention. Round back, Moisa. Round back to the brothers. And intentions. And for example, anything that touches your Lasan tongue is computed. You must know the term morphic resonance. That is self-organizing systems that inherit a memory from previous similar systems, and things you taste, it become part of your genes. Morphic resonance is to know that the rules of nature are much more like tamal at actions, thinking, and feelings. What you are and what you remember is not only stored in your damag, your brain, right? It's stored in every cell of you. Your very blood cells also keep your sajal at records of your life and living, which is influenced and passed on by your Salafu ancestors, the strongest within the past 4 generations of some 30 relatives on both sides of your Mudad Tat mother and Mudad father. So the morphic resonance, right? Systems that self-organizing systems. This is what they wanted to disrupt by mixing in their genes. So now we inherit their morphic resonance, right? The morphogenetic field. We have to build. That's why the master teacher's methodology. Every time we went into a different monotheistic school, we call them schools of thinking. We went in, we immersed ourselves into it. We had to speak the language. We had to put the gear on. We had to learn the scripture. We had to do the practices. He couldn't just tell us that because he created a morphogenetic field around us. That everything that was dealing with it. So what the Mukasu is doing is that they trap us in their morphogenetic field, their morphic resonance, and their 6 ether forces with their language, where we constantly hearing their voices on the radio, when they're constantly giving us all the different things that they want us to hear. They want us to have their habits. They want us to speak their language. They want us to have their style. They want us to live their culture. This them trapping us in their morphogenetic field. And when Bible's like, you got to get out of her, get out of the beast, get out of her evils. That's what he was talking about. Get out of her psychology, her images, her words, her thoughts, her habits, talking about the European and their morphogenetic field, because you absorb information through the cosmos. You absorb information through osmosis, just from being around it. How many times we worked at these jobs with these Mukasu, these Caucasoids, right? And they playing their old hippie pop rock crazy stuff, because they keep their stuff alive. And nigga, you come home to the projects and you singing some achy breaky heart stuff because you absorbed it through osmosis. You start getting into the habits. You go in there now, you start drinking coffee every morning. Why? Because they drinking coffee every morning. It's the way. It's the culture of the environment. You niggas start smoking and never smoked before because everybody gets smoke breaks. I personally used to go on smoke breaks and just go sit in the car. Niggas was mad at me, so about this is for people that smoke. And I'm like, I'm a sue for discrimination. That nigga's gonna get a whole another 15, 20 minutes to smoke a Lucy? Nah, nigga. I'm gonna come out here and and burn. I'm gonna come out here and burn some incense while y'all smoking. You brother say that just happened to him with the music. That's what they do. Those are programmings. Like in the television programming also. You got the radio programming and you got the television programming, what they call them, broadcast. So they're casting the spell on a broad bandwidth as opposed to an individual on a small bandwidth. It's a broadcast. It's not a narrow cast, right? So we have to rebuild our own morphogenetic field and morphic resonance, right? We tapped into the morphic resonance of our ancestors. That's why you have genes like Baba. He going here later on. He starts talking about why you have I'm gonna do it real fast. He'll say like boom. He'll say okay, so you have a guppy has 46 chromosomes, right? You say the Reeves moonjack has 46 chromosomes, right? Humans have 46 chromosomes. The antelope has 46 chromosomes. But the morphogenetic field, the morphogenesis teaches that something imposes a pattern of organization on a field producing specific outcomes and material things, matter, or physical. These fields are not fixed, evolve. To use the term Sa'im or Sam or divine design has nothing to do with the Bible or the Quran. It's dealing with intelligent design and divine design, right? That has nothing to do with the religious definitions. Oh yeah, Mumra, this is divine design, intelligent design, divine design, or plot of aliens. So what Baba is saying, he's like, look. He says, boom, he says, yet why is an apple different from a tomato or a bee from a persimmon flower? At their root, they are not. How does the DNA know to make a tree or an ant or a simian or a collab or a canine, a porcine or salamander? The very word morphic comes from the Greek word meaning to form. The morphogenetic field determines how things take form, not only living things, yet inanimate, non-sentient matter as well. Not overstanding the fatir al-fatah, the natural nature, matrix on how things are formed at their roots as atoms or cells, that's the era of the European. They have no idea how things are formed. So while on record, while they record genes, right, play an important part in organizing people, flesh and blood, Mukwano beings, they don't and can't explain how the organization itself take place. This is how the organization takes place. This is why all these different animals and stuff have 46 chromosomes. With us, like we have 46 chromosomes, but the morphogenetic field, that's a system that's already in place, an older system in the genetics, the morphogenesis. It's a blueprint of how we are to manifest. It dictates, it imposes itself on this physical reality. And Bob is saying that's from intelligent design that exists before us, and that the Mukasu don't know anything about it. And I went into this too, because this ties into, I'm gonna do this. This is my last thing I'm gonna build because I'm about to get beat up, right? So he says, look, each race vibrates on their own scale of music. Masak, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? This is why if you listen to African music, it's unlike Indian music, or Australian music is unlike Asian music. The key notes are not the exact same, right? But the Black or the African can be in harmony with the Australian music, the Indian music, and the Asian music. See, we can play in harmony with their music, but they're not the same, because we all depend on the drum so we could get in sync and we could play in harmony. Facts. So why am I using this? This is the example I'm using to explain why we can't follow the religions and cultures of anybody else, because we resonate on a different frequency. And so our song is not their songs. Our vibration is not their vibrations. Peace, Almighty. What's up, God? Putting that order in. You acting up. Glad you could join us. Yeah, so I'm breaking that. So our vibration and frequency is not the Australians' vibration and frequency. It's not the Dravadu vibration and frequency, and it's not the Asians' vibration and frequency. That build is it's called, what's that build? What day was that, Mama? About taking a shot. Brother said, what's that? Who is that saying that? Anyway, somebody said to please shake hands with the assassin. I'm like, oh yeah, that's crazy. I see you, God. We good. I got him. I'll show you, bro. I'll post it up. It's on my page. It's on the page. So anyway, let me finish the point. The point is that when the master is saying that we can't follow, that their gods can't even respond to us, their culture doesn't penetrate us, we become used, our souls are used for them to spread, to empower, right, and enriching themselves in the physical, because everything in the universe is spiritual and physical, right? So like the chakras, the glands interpenetrate, the glands is on the physical side, the chakra and energy seats is on the spiritual side, right? So when we call up our ancestors, we're strengthening and investing the energy into the etheric and the spiritual realm. They now respond and assist us in the physical realm. So when we, as Muslims, calling on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they taking our energy, but they ain't doing nothing for us. They empowering the Arabs because he vibrates on their frequency. So through the Judaism, we calling on what do you call it? Al-Shem? They call it the name, right? They call it Elohim or Adonai. We calling on them. They take our energy and it rolls over to the Pale Yehudi. And the same thing for the Greco-Romans with the Christianity. They can't do nothing with us. And it goes for also the Buddhism and the Taoism and all of the Hinduism. We don't vibrate. We can get in harmony with them where we practicing Wusabat. They're practicing Hinduism. They're practicing Taoism. They're practicing, Buddhism. Yeah, we can vibrate with them, but we don't play their song and they don't play our song because our song is made, tailor-made, genetically, etherically, spiritually tailor-made for us. And theirs is tailor-made for them. And Bob is explaining with the frequency using the vibrates in the scale, the music scale, to show that we doing our own song, we have our own music keys, and they have theirs, and we can get in harmony with them because of the drum, but the Mukasu cannot because he's out of sync because his natural nature is unnatural. And he literally says the Mukasu, who is out of sync with all others and cannot blend in to form harmonies in their hormones. They are unlike creatures, disagreeable ones. So long after, now they're going to give you the explanation, and then this is it, right? Long after each race left Africa as one race, each was visited by different aliens, extraterrestrials from above. The Aborigines was visited by specific extraterrestrials that mixed in with their DNA. The Indians were mixed in. They were abducted basically from extraterrestrials that mixed in with their DNA, right? The Asians and their own visitors, they mixed in with their DNA and genes, their double helix. And the Mukasu, the Caucasoid, they had their mixing in also from the Nordics, the Pleiadians DNA, and even mixed their chromosomes with theirs, right? And the Pleiadians made the Nordics and they bred them with animals. And this is the difference. They bred them with the 40 chromosome mandrill, the baboon. They bred them with the canine with 78 chromosomes, and they bred them with the porcine 38 chromosomes. It altered their unnatural nature in order to use them for their own purposes. The Caucasoids are more beast than human. So they are called humans kind, man's kind, a kind of man, kin to man, yet not really man, because he is more the beast by his unnatural nature. So the Mukasu, the Caucasian, is literally 3/4 beast because of the simian, the porcine, and the canine. And then he's 1/4 beast, 1/4 humanoid. That's who we dealing with, man. And that's who we have in our bloodstream. And that's who we were during the civil rights. We've been fighting to be equal to beasts. We want to be equal to the savage. We got to get out of that, bro. So, yeah, that's from, let me show y'all again. That was crazy. Like, whew, the morphogenetic field, morphic resonance, intelligent design, divine design, or plot of aliens. Because when we say that we're gods and we're deities, people they take it back to their own approach to divinity and to religion. And we're not saying that we don't bear witness that everything is a design, an intelligent design, that there's been intelligence that set forth systems that everything fall in line with. We bear witness to that. But it's not your religious interpretation. No, those things were given to you by your overseers to control you, and then nature with the sun cycle turning into the moon cycle dictated that you now control us. Talk about the Mukasus. And now their time is up. And the 6,000 years that they was given dominance over the planet is over, and they keep getting extensions because we don't want to step up. We want to fight each other instead of taking over the damn planet. When we have the incarnation here to guide us to take over. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to study this language, right? We got to study this doctrine, and we just got to start building more. So listen, on tomorrow we doing Super Cypher Saturdays. So y'all join us tomorrow. I'm trying to get in here like 7. I'll be late, okay? I'll be doing stuff. So I'm trying to get here like 7. I'm doing Super Cypher Saturdays tomorrow with the gods. Monday we doing like a group reading with the Wavelength A and Pa Bananu Patrax. Yeah, Monday we doing let me put it down. We reading on Monday. Pa Bananu and Wavelength A. Hey. Yeah, so we could build on some things, you know what I mean? I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, guys. So listen, y'all see I did like 3 hours up here, guys. I'm about to get on out of here. I appreciate y'all. But before I go, let me say this, man. I'm gonna put the big screen on. Let me say this, guys. So y'all come through tomorrow. We're gonna do it up. Let me say this, man. If not this Wu Sabat, then what? You know what I mean? If not us, then who? And if not now, then when? You understand? This is our time. It's time for us to step into our fate and embrace the universal forces of life and push our doctrine and let people see the beauty of it, because they projecting their ugliness and their wickedness on us. They're projecting their ugliness and wickedness and their perversion of the Adamites. They're projecting that on the master. And that's not what we represent at all. They disrespecting all of us when they say craziness like that. Like we don't have families, like we don't have children, like we don't have brothers and sisters don't have jobs. Like we out here, we looking to make it, bro. We just blessed enough to see that the prayers of our ancestors didn't fall on deaf ears. That the ancient ones send somebody to respond and teach us and give us the ability to respond. And that's responsibility. Responsibility is the ability to respond. And we're here to respond. So, what do you say? Rabat Wu Ashuk, Muisa, peace, and unconditional divine love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm out, God. I appreciate y'all and feel a little. Brother, on the page, right? Go on the YouTube. Let me tell the brother John Senny. I'm going right now. I'm gonna show you what date it is on the YouTube. The show that deal with the vaccine. Niggas is crazy. Super. No. I'm on there right now. Huh? September 3rd. It's the September 3rd show. It says intro to natural nature and the tribal vaccinations. All right, Wadu, Muisa, y'all be safe. Read this doctrine. Get this, internalize this. This Wu Sabat is quantum surgery. It's surgery being done on a quantum level. Quantum surgery. Forget about these walking necros, these walking dead people. They look, if they ain't cut it, they ain't cut it. Remember what Baba said? He came in with the right knowledge. This is for the rebirth of the elite few, right? That's it. We got to step in. We the elite ones. 100. We are the chosen ones. That's it. Those that can bear witness. Baba said, whoever don't become the chosen one is the source of the error. They must perish. All right. Love is love, y'all. Y'all be safe. Well, I appreciate y'all. Everybody tell somebody to come through and please big up these likes, share it and make comments. Like let's get it, y'all. We here. Let's get involved to evolve or we're gonna dissolve. All right, I'm out. Why do